Well, hello, James Allen. Do we want to go live with the video as well?
Yeah, might as well.
Might as well? All right.
We're live. We're live.
We're live. Hello. Getting things started. Still a little. Well, I'm dragging every week. Let's be honest. You know, I really am. But hey, guess what? I'm dragging today. I'm not a dragon. I'm just dragging my ass today because I'm tired. Hi. How's it going? Hi. So it's the Monday live stream. Hi, I'm Odin.
Hi, I'm Felicia.
And how are you today, Felicia?
I'm here.
Yeah.
Thank
Sweet.
you guys for being here.
Thank you very much for being here. We have James Allen, Shady Dragon, Strict Aphid, and Steve D all saying hello in the chat.
Hola,
Hey, guys.
¿cómo estás?
What she said. Yeah. You guys, yeah, you can hear us, right? Pretty sure. We're still going to be working on the Proton Packs, but today I've got another laser cutter. Yeah, I talked about it last week, how I had a whole bunch. But today I'm going to be talking about the Sculpfun S10 laser. This is an air assist laser with a 10-watt laser. The diode, the other machine I was playing with has a 5-watt laser diode. So this thing cuts faster and stronger and better. And
It's a better laser beam.
It is a better laser beam, yes. It zaps much better, yeah. And I was asked to show this on a live stream. So today I'll be showing it off on the live stream. We'll probably be setting it up here pretty quick. So when we kick over to being live at noon, we'll be able to get right into cutting out some Spider-Man web shooters, which are nothing to do with Proton Packs. But, you know, we might...
It's revisiting an old project with new tools. So
Right.
we're playing.
We're playing. So it's, I suppose, probably should have changed the description a little bit. But anyway, hey, how's it going? Because it still says Proton Pack, and I don't think we'll probably touch one today. We may not. Because the fun thing is while I played with this laser cutter, I started working on a project. It's over there. I can walk over and grab it if you guys really want to see it. I haven't tried cutting out the Spider-Man web shooters yet. I made the art. This should be easy enough to bring in and tell it, cut this line, emboss that line. But I haven't tested what the laser needs, what a 10-watt laser setting needs for 2mm foam. It's just like, obliteration. You know, it's going to be...
Well, it just needs to cut it out, right?
Yeah.
So obliteration should work, right?
Pretty much. There's a little more to it than that, but
Then
yeah.
again, we thought the belt buckle would be a lot easier than
Yeah,
this.
we did. The good news is I have played with the laser a little bit, and I've gotten some really good pointers from Ben Eady. Thank you very much, Ben. Things have been going pretty good. I was working on a project last night that's 100% laser cut again, because I'm making something. It'll be the video for this week. I'm making something actually for my cousin. So this is going to be effectively a stage prop. This is going to be used in a parade up in Idaho. They want to do like some sort of runners kind of a theme in this parade. So it's zoot suits and Tommy guns. So I'll be making some Tommy guns later too. And they wanted a couple of beer barrels.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Are the Tommy guns going to go in violin cases?
No, I'm not making violin cases.
You're not getting that fancy?
I'm not getting that fancy. I'm for it, and if they want to find violin cases, they can, because I'm going to try and make them as accurate as I can, but I'm keeping them simple because this is a parade prop. But yeah, so this week's video is going to be a Donkey Kong barrel.
That you can really throw at people, but you shouldn't.
Right. Or you can drop it. Still figuring out how to, exactly what size I need for the end. The first one I cut is about 3/8 of an inch small in the diameter, which is 6-7 millimeters short on the diameter, so you need to make it a little bit bigger. But it's, what's the biggest prop you made, Odin? Barrel. It's only 2 pieces. There's this one panel here, repeated 12 times, and there's one panel up here, repeated 24 times. That's it. Tried to make it simple. And the size is because I can get, I can take a full piece of my floor mat foam, put it under the laser, right? Because with the S10, I'm not going to put a base on it like I did with the other one. Because I realized, oh yeah, I can set it down on top of larger projects, pieces of material, and cut it out, and then I can pick up the whole laser, shift the material around, and set it back down again. So I'm not cutting my material down to fit inside the laser machine. I just set the laser machine on top of larger material.
Interesting. That makes a lot of sense.
It's like, oh yeah, duh. But, you know.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
Right.
I don't know.
The base seemed like such a good idea with the first one. Because I was thinking small. I wasn't thinking about cutting out a 32-inch tall barrel.
Are you going to give it a wood grain?
Very simple. This is, like I said, it's a parade prop, so it doesn't. I could almost just give it a wood grain with a brush.
Paint.
Yeah, just with paint. Also, I need to get this thing done.
Right. Yes.
And the sooner the better. Marvel Guy says, "Don't forget about me." Okay.
Never.
I won't forget about you, Marvel Guy. Hell yeah, Spider-Man, Shady Dragon. Woo, Spider-Bursters. Spider-Busters. Excellent, so I'm glad everyone's hearing. What is? I don't know, now I'm distracted by the memes in Discord. Thanks, guys. No, it's all good. Please, please, please have fun, post memes.
Don't worry, we're just live.
Yeah, enjoy Discord. This is what you're supposed to do. Alrighty.
We need a laser cutter.
We need a laser cutter. I suppose I could drag it in here and get it set up. It's probably a good plan.
Or we could leave it over there and not set it up, but then
Okay, we can do that
we
too.
wouldn't make any progress.
Yeah, fair enough. Alright, let's just clear some stuff off. I wonder...
We're going to need these, right? Wood
Yeah,
burning.
probably going to get the other one out of the other room, too, because the pink one's the one that fits Joe's still in the other room.
Yeah.
Probably going to want that. Oh, and I did get a package. I don't remember what the heck I ordered, but I did get a package. There's something I ordered. Oh, I know what this might be. Oh, if this is what I think it is, this is cool. Anyway, I think I know what this might be. I'll be opening it up at 1 o'clock.
Okay. Oh, so Odin's going to go get the laser cutter, and I'm here, and I'll read your comments, but I don't know. What are we working on today, Odin? We're working on the spider shooters, and we're not doing the Ghostbusters today, the Proton Packs, because revisiting old projects is always fun.
Sorry, what now?
Nothing. I was just... What?
You were just entertaining while I was out of the room, and
No, I was
think you're talking
not
to me
doing
because I'm
that.
Captain Ego.
I asked you a quick question.
Oh,
I was
okay.
just wondering what we were working on, like specifically, but then we already talked about that.
It's okay.
It's all right. You're on to help grab stuff.
All right. We'll be right back. It's the best stream ever. Pardon us as we move in. Leah Marie is asking, wonder if the laser cutter would be easier to just cut foam pattern pieces. Yeah, it seems like it is. As long as there's a little more setup time with making the patterns in the computer, but with the barrel that I cut out last night, the amount of time it would have taken me to cut out a cardboard pattern one, trace it 24 times, cut it up by hand 24 times, and so on, it was way faster to cut it, and I was actually able to relax and do other things a little bit. And yeah, I really do like it a lot, actually. Sorry to say, guys, you'll be seeing a lot of lasers in this channel. More silence! think I do. I hope I do. So, to be honest, this morning I was excited and working on patterns for the Tommy guns, right? So I look over at the clock and go, oh, it's 11. I better get my act together and get down there. So that's why we're not completely set up. And hey, how's it going? It's an Odin live stream. It's the Patreon only where you get to see Odin trying to put stuff together. Oh, God, come on. Yeah, that'll be good.
That is way dustier than I thought it would be.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
No worries.
It definitely, well, it creates dust, right? Because when it's shooting, whatever material it's shooting in order to create a cut, it's actually vaporizing that material, which is dust.
Also part of the reason why the dogs aren't here today.
Yep.
They don't make the little doggy-sized respirators.
No, they do not.
That I can afford.
That's true. I was worried about wearing the vapor mask. We could probably just wear dust masks. I don't know, has Ben in the chat yet?
Not that I can see, no.
Not that he's required to be, but it would just be an interesting question to ask him if he was, is a dust mask, is an N95 dust mask good enough for the smoke created by one of these machines, or do we need to actually go with a hardcore vapor mask?
Honestly feel like it's the vapor mask because it's vapor, it's not dust.
Fair enough. But it is a heavy particulate. It's not, so yeah, it is technically vaporizing, so yeah. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
Can this fit on this way?
What's that?
Not really.
We can set it up whichever way. I usually set it up facing me because...
Okay. I just didn't want this being so far off the table in either direction.
We can push it out that way. That's fine.
Okay. I just feel uncomfortable with things leaning off edges of tables.
Sure. Well, it's mostly the wood. The machine is almost completely on the table. I might need to put...
Okay. If you trust it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not too worried about it. I appreciate what you're saying, though.
No worries. I also can't just let fabric hang off the edge because it'll all pull that way.
Yes. There we go. Okay. So one of the fun things, to me, that's new to me, is an air pump. This is an air-assisted laser cutter because it's a 10-watt laser. So it needs the air assist to help keep it cool. And, it makes a difference.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah, because the first time I fired it up, I went, oh yeah, I forgot that. And I was cutting, I was just cutting squares of floor mat foam, figuring out what the parameters were going to be. And the first one, it was just blasting it. It was this huge, because it was just, cook. And it turned on the air assist, it immediately goes to just a little tiny fine line. It's like, oh.
Makes
Hope that makes
lot of sense.
Yeah.
In manufacturing videos, they always have some kind of lubricant, whether it's air or oil or water.
Right.
Whenever they're... Yeah.
What is it? Adam Savage is saying, there's never not enough cutting fluid. In this case, I'm using air as a cutting fluid.
Yeah. Fluid dynamics work with air.
Now, there's one weird thing with this machine that I've noticed is that the USB port is really finicky. That it will...
It doesn't click in.
You can touch it,
and it wiggles.
and it'll lose connection, and then sometimes it won't sync up right, and you'll just get wingdings in the console pattern. At which point you have to just turn everything off and on again. Once it starts cutting, it seems to be okay, but it'll like lose. I don't know if that's just my machine or if it's a thing for this particular
Duct tape.
Duct tape. Yeah, that could be it. That's the one and only thing I've seen so far that's like, huh.
Yeah, it could be frustrating.
Right. Tripping over stuff. I'm gonna see if I can't set this.
And then we need the red foam.
Black foam for Spider-Man web shooters.
In this box, the 6mm, 2mm.
I've got a roll of craft foam right back here.
Oh, we're using that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's 2mm in black. We can use the heavy duty stuff, but this is all I used in the original video.
Oh, cool. So same stuff?
Same stuff. Yeah, almost exactly.
Are you going to cut the piece down to fit the square, or are you just going to roll it out and cut a piece out?
I'm just going to roll it out and cut a piece out because, like I was saying earlier, since this is not attached to the wood, we can pick the entire laser up, just put the foam under it. Yep.
That's nifty. And what's this?
That is the focusing rod. How do you want to put it? Whoops.
Is this supposed to do that?
Yes, it is. That's the air assist.
Oh, okay.
I keep accidentally hitting it. I'm trying to figure out how to make things fit in the desk.
I haven't touched anything.
No, you didn't. That metal rod is the focus rod. It's 50 millimeters long, and that is the laser diodes have a fixed focus distance. This one is 50 millimeters. That rod is 50 millimeters. So if you set up the rod at the very base of the metal housing of the laser head, and then have it, you put the rod on what you want to cut, and then adjust this so it sits on top of that, you're at the right distance for cutting.
Nice.
Yep. Basically. I'm trying to think of how do I word this? Words.
It's a measuring rod.
It's a measuring rod. Now I know that this looks very similar to the other one I was using before.
It's a different color.
It's a different color. But it's a stronger head and it's a slightly larger cutting area. And yeah, I like it. I like it because it's a stronger laser.
And it has an air assist.
And it has an air assist.
Yeah.
With a air compressor I just dropped on the floor.
Don't do that.
No, I don't want to do that.
Leia Marie wants to know what the diameter of the rod is.
Right. Let's figure that out.
You know?
No, I haven't measured it.
It's 1.5 centimeters.
So 15 millimeter? How did you measure it? Just out of curiosity. Oh, okay. The calipers are over there too if you want. I'm sure you're right with measuring with a ruler. 0 millimeter, 14 millimeter. Yep. 15's good. 15 millimeter, 14 millimeter. Yep. Sorry, just.
No. Down to the millimeter.
Mm-hmm.
So, 14, not 15.
All right. That's back on again. I need to. It's going to take me a second to find the file because even though I haven't got it on the computer
That's
yet.
okay. We're all watching.
Oh, that's good.
We're
No judging.
No, we are. It's fun to do that.
Full judging. All right.
Full judging.
What, are they saying anything?
No.
No? Darn it. They're all captivated by the keystone cops of setting up a laser machine. Bumble, bumble, bumble.
It sounds exciting. We're using lasers today.
Lasers.
I'm going click, 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 click on my computer all day.
Yeah, pretty much.
But lasers happen.
They do, and stuff gets cut out, and I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Revisiting all old props, you're like, ooh, that one could have been easier with a laser cutter. That one could be easier with a laser cutter.
Well, pretty much. Well, a lot of it is like with Mjolnir and with Stormbreaker. There's all the detail that goes into it, and there's the runes that go on it.
Those look so legit.
And that's because there's runes all over Stormbreaker. He's got little tags all over him. So or it, whatever. And I had a couple of issues with my original one because I was trying to base it off the toy and there was never a flat image of it, so I was trying to skew it in Photoshop to get it to be it. And so the head was the wrong size to the hammer, and then I put the handle on backwards that everyone still tells me, and which is fine. So yeah, I'd like to remake Stormbreaker with the correct size that it is for Thor: Love and Thunder, because there's at least 2 different shots in the trailer where he's holding it flat to the camera.
And you're gonna make it glow?
And I want to make this one glow, so I want to make another one of these that glows, yes. Which I've got a test piece over here that I haven't played with yet, where I just glued a bit of 2mm foam on top of a bit of, this isn't Plastizote, but it's good enough.
It's styrofoam that you package.
Yeah, it's the
stuff in.
It's the soft polyethylene, whatever foam that's translucent. So just to see if we can cut through this and make it glow, because this is what I want to do for the basic body for the one that glows.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Been thinking about it for a minute.
Oh yeah, a little bit. Since the first time I saw one light up, it's like, oh, okay. I'm looking for my laser files so I can...
Yeah. I like how handcrafted these runes look.
What, my first one?
Yeah.
Oh, the first ones are totally... Isn't even the whole saying, because I ran out of time.
I know. But I can appreciate the handcraftedness because, you know, somebody really would have crafted that into stone, but at the same time, this one's clean. I'm like, oh yeah, they have better penmanship with the laser.
Right.
Of course, lasers are easier to cut.
This is one of those things that I should have double checked. I'm pretty sure I uploaded it.
Oh, we're live, so you're not going to find it.
This is true.
Yeah. Steve D, this is riveting television.
Isn't it?
LOL.
I apologize. Oh, that's...
We promised lasers today, and this is what lasers involve.
Yeah, it is actually.
Like you think that, oh my gosh, I'm going to save so much time cutting things out. Yes, you're going to save so much time cutting things out, but
the moment of cutting them
that
out.
time is transferred to the other side of the equation. And what do I have to figure out so that I can save that time cutting out? Yeah. Figuring out all the things that this needs to do in order to burn it the right way. And that's a lot of braining and patterning and thinking and clicking.
And clicking and doing and rethinking.
Oh yeah, and then if anything decides it doesn't want to work on you, it shuts down.
Right.
And you didn't save it right before. Anyways, I don't have issues.
No, not at all.
No trauma related to... Anyways. But I feel like even though I know I'm going to save time cutting on a project, I have to transfer that time into the planning part of the project.
Well, it appears I did not upload it to my Dropbox, so I'm going to have to leave you alone again and go upstairs so I can get the file. I apologize.
Okay.
Are you gonna live for a couple minutes?
Oh no, not at all.
Okay, I'm sorry.
James Allen says this behind the scenes, how production works. Yes, it's a lot of clicking and clicking, but it's really fascinating when you're the one doing the clicking. And Leah Marie, I will email the new cut file. You'll just need a hole drilled in it. Okay, I don't know about that, but I will ask Odin when he gets back. Yes. But how are all y'all doing today? I'm here. We're crafting. Got the duct tape coffee. I'm ready to go. Yeah. Laser cutters are supposed to make this easier. We'll see. We're off to a bad start so far, aren't we? It's a secret. We'll get there. Figure it out before we have to let everybody back in. Or everybody in. Yeah. But we'll see. Figure out this. Oh, Shady Dragon, I'm half asleep, but I'm here. That's okay. Apparently we're half asleep too, so welcome. Steve D, you're funny. Let's talk about your videos, Felicia. When do we get to see them? When I figure out editing, because telling somebody how I want to edit something is a lot harder than figuring out how to edit it myself. But I do have things shot, and they are in the editing phase. So there's that. And Leah Marie, thanks. Thanks for the hugs. I need it. But yeah. There's a couple new projects that I even want to start doing too, but I haven't started them because if you don't film them, do they really happen? Yeah, they do. Did you find it?
Yeah. I moved it to a folder. I should be able to download it from here.
Okay. Leah Marie says, I will email the new cut file. We'll just need a new hole to drill it in. I didn't know what that meant.
Okay.
But I assumed you did.
Yes.
Okay.
That's them. Here, and we're going to go download.
Too bad you can't share your screen, like split it. That would be...
That would be nice, wouldn't it? A little bit.
You know, but that's like pre-thinking
That's like
things.
pre-thinking things. It's just, yeah, I'm not doing that.
Because I'm like, ooh, okay, I see what you're doing over here. I see your pattern. I like how you broke it down. Fit the pieces together. I feel like that was a big part of one of my favorite puzzles to figure out when pattern drafting on a computer is like after you do that, then you have to make sure you have the right grain lines and see how they can all fit together.
Right.
And then see if you can fit them closer together than the computer, you know. But yeah.
What's wrong? We struggle with an HDMI cable live on the air.
That's okay. Flip it upside down and then do it the other way. Flip it upside down.
Yeah.
And by the fourth time, you have to do it one more time.
I'll have it lined up so it'll actually work.
Maybe.
Uh.
You okay?
Yeah. Oh, I know what my problem is. Okay. It's the wrong size HDMI cable. This is a mini HDMI as opposed to a full size, so it's never going to fit.
Shady Dragon O says the word of the day is eventually.
Eventually, yes, it is. It would be really nice to share the screen if someone had planned ahead a tiny little bit.
What are you doing now?
I was looking to see if I should have a full-size HDMI cable, but I'm not seeing it that quick.
Nope, it's because we're live.
Yep.
Watch us as we search the room for a cable. Riveting TV.
Riveting TV. There's nothing better. All right.
Because the real truth about projects is the most of the time is trying to figure out where all your stuff is.
Yeah.
I swore I bought a package of beads like 2 years ago, and they would be perfect for this project had I remembered where I put them. So then I made another trip to the fabric store, and I ended up with like 12 more carts of stuff, but none of them happened to be the beads, so I forgot them. So
I went back, bought more beads, came back home, put them where I knew I'd be able to find them again, right next to my other beads.
Yep. I mean...
We never do that. That never happens.
I swear, if it takes me 5 minutes to sew something on the sewing machine, it takes me an hour to get the sewing machine to the point that it will sew that thing.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, is it the right thread? It hasn't been oiled in a minute, you know? The needle's dull and... I don't know. Fabric doesn't want to go through and it's all bunching up on the back because the bobbin got threaded in backwards. Anyways, there's always something.
Always something.
So, Leia Marie wants to know...
should work. Yeah.
Is the laser cutter also using light burn?
Yes, this laser cutter is also using the light burn program. And in fact, it's... It as with the other machine that I've used, this one's talking about using the exact same two programs to run it. There's just the laser gerbil, it's GRBL, gerbil, whatever, which is the free version, and then Lightburn, which is a $60 program, but that's it's a one-time fee. It's not a subscription, which is nice. Thank you, Lightburn.
Right.
Yeah.
That is just such a one and done.
One and done. Thank you. I get a year's worth of upgrades within that time frame, and then after that, if I want more upgrades, I got to pay again. But if I don't, it'll just keep working. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. And
appreciate that.
And it's good. And Sculpfun.
I'm like, the reason I never bought one of those, actually.
Which? Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I just never.
That's why we got the silhouette, which then is just. It works.
Right. I was
right.
like, I'm really better at scissors at this point than.
This can cut. We know this can cut.
Yep, I know.
and I might.
Sorry, I didn't mean
no,
to
that's
distract
okay.
you. I got you.
Crash. It's okay. What was I talking about?
We can rewind the stream and go find
let's
out.
do that. Yeah. Let's just put the videotape in and see where we were then. Yeah, no, Lightburn, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Oh, what?
Oh, that's right. This company, Sculpfun, in the instructions talked about how to turn on the, how to make the laser fire during the showing you where it's going to cut phase. because
so it can have a target as opposed to you're guessing where the first.
Yes, and
even then, it's really hard.
It was, and even then, it was only really showing me the extremities of what the artboard is, basically, right? Artboard being when you're using Illustrator or any other vector file, your artboard is the size of the paper you're working
surface.
with. Yeah, so it's actually a little smaller than that, but still, oh, it was, yeah. So nice.
Little details that you don't know about until you...
Because Lightburn's got so many bells and whistles and so many things it can do, and I'm barely scratching the surface of it. In fact, if you want to know even more exciting, fun things you can do with Lightburn and Inkscape with your laser cutter, if you've got one. If you don't, they're a lot of fun. Ben Eady has a brand new video out today where he was cutting out 5mm foam and cutting it with a beveled edge. He actually made himself a pauldron, a very simple shoulder pauldron, and then cut it out using a gradient that he created within created within Inkscape. So as Lightburn went through and the darkest area was a full cut, and then it would kind of, because it treats it as an image, so as it goes back and forth, as the gradient gets lighter, it's cutting it less, and you end up with a bevel.
What's nice is that once you figure it out, then manufacturing's so much simpler.
Right? It is totally one of those things that it takes a long time to get the first one done, but then...
After that, no, yeah. I work in manufacturing, I understand.
Yeah. That's what was happening with the barrel. You know, it's just like, I gotta make another one. Okay. Because they need to. So, yeah.
Yeah, I usually do, like, struggle on one, doing the first one, and then do the other 9 or 10. You know what I mean?
Right.
Once I already know what not to do anymore.
So the other thing that Ben was saying was that he feels the color of the foam really makes a difference. That with the laser, with the diode lasers, because they're a UV laser, they are reacting to colors, so the darker colors cut better.
I was wondering, would the black floor mat foam cut better because it's a darker color and it's a softer material, so it was cutting great.
Ben was saying one of the problems I may have been having with Mjolnir was PhD foam is a lighter foam.
Oh yeah, it's a bright. Reflective.
I think it was cutting just fine. I don't think... I mean, I might have... I think I did have to slow down. Well, it's also a 5-watt laser, which makes it really hard to compare the two at this point. But I think I had to slow it down a little bit because of the lightness of the foam.
But a test swatch would be very beneficial.
Yeah.
To start foam.
And then most of it is... the time is still just waiting for the laser to work its way back and forth, because it takes... 24 passes to clear a centimeter, I think it is. So it's quite a few transversals up the thing. It's, if I'm saying that right. All right, let's turn some things on. We got a train.
And now we have.
So now we have. There's.
Camera 4, 3, 2. 3.
Sure. So unfortunately, you're looking at the back of the laser, but the laser head is here. So you'll actually see all the fun action coming out from right down here. But we got a 10-watt head, and all I wanted to do was see... This machine doesn't have limit switches, so it has no idea where it is, so I can just move it and then tell Lightburn start from current position.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll do the frame here. Oh, it's not happy. I don't have the right COM 6. I haven't selected the proper USB port. Alrighty, frame. Is it going to fit? Ooh, look at that. It looks like we can cut the entire web shooter out in one go.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. And then I don't know if you guys can see it, but the little, it's only less than 1% power, but the light should have came on.
I think that's the best angle if they could see it. If it
right.
None of the other. Oh, I see the little light trail.
You see the light trail on camera?
Yeah, on the camera.
Now we'll have to wear
these little fun glasses. Right
yeah, we'll have to wear fun glasses when I actually shoot the laser to protect our eyes. But the cameras, well, they're not going to appreciate. Go ahead and click this back over. They're not going to appreciate the brightness, but they'll live. I need the roll of foam, which I set down somewhere.
Yes, you did. Right there.
Oh, thank you. It's on the barrel.
I spy with my little eye a roll of foam.
So this is just 2mm black craft foam I picked up at Michael's. So this is nothing special.
You want to lift it up? Or
I will lift it up, and if you'll just roll it out to where the edge goes under these feet.
This way?
Yep. Ease. We'll have a little bit of scrap left over, but whatever. Life sucks. All right. Let's go ahead and pull it a little more. Yeah. I don't know about you, but I've ran into so many times when I don't worry about what I'm cutting to begin with, only to get down to the last edge and needing 1 extra inch. It's like if I'd just been a little more careful to begin with, I'd still have material. I don't know if you ran into that problem or not.
I'm a little more stingy when it comes to using up my material, so.
Oh, okay, good. So you have it.
No, it's not that I haven't. It's just, it's been a minute. And I usually overbuy on purpose because I would rather have like 3 or 4 yards left over after a project versus being like a few inches short, you know. Because then I have leftovers for another project.
Okay.
I really like the fat one anyways. But
So this is a hobby machine. This is a simpler machine, so it's just a thumb screw in the back with a slider to adjust the laser up and down. And since all day yesterday and now today, I've just been setting this on top of my work project. Actually, it was already pretty much the right size.
Oh, nice. You had it in there and you didn't show everybody?
I didn't. Well, we do.
That's okay.
All you can see is my hand.
Oh, okay. But where'd you like gauge it on?
So here we'll be on camera 3.
This part?
Yeah. So you want to go?
So you gauge.
So, what I'm gauging it on is the very bottom of the housing of the laser. So this up here is the bracket that's holding it to the arm that moves. But by loosening these 2 screws here, loosen, then the whole head moves up and down, right? So if I set this down in a way that can be seen, you then lower the head until it makes contact, and that is the factory set focus. That's all it is. And at least this one, all the pieces concerned are metal. I think there's a little bit of plastic on the other one. So I do, and there's outside rails on the laser head here that go around the bracket, which I like better than the way the other one worked, which just had more screws.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
Now,
Oops, sorry.
flip. Oh, can we do that?
Which one? Camera 4?
Yeah, let me go to the Blackmagic control panel and.
You can do
palettes.
that as a square right there.
Yeah, there we are. It should work.
Square, right there.
Square, right there. It'll only be fun for the moment. Hey, it's perfect! Look, I'm on TV! Alright, well, yeah. Whichever. All I need to do now is... Now I'm going to have to guess. I know that at 850 millimeters a minute at 100% power, I can blast my way through format foam. This is 2 millimeter. No, it's not much tougher than format foam, but it's only 2 millimeter instead of 10 or 11. So I can just speed it up, which will probably be better for us anyway.
Let's give it a try. If it burns, we'll stop.
Yeah. The worst thing that'll happen is I'll cut all the way through the wood and into the cutting mat, which that'd be kind of fun too. Kinda.
I'm down.
Okay.
Let's burn all the things.
Oh yeah.
Well, there's a couple layers. There's some wood, and then there's all the tools. And
We're cutting through the crust of the earth. all of a sudden California does fall
Good
off.
thing we didn't bring Toby.
Yes. Good thing Katra isn't here.
Jerry can cosplay. Says, sorry I'm late. I was on the way to the hospital. Nothing serious. Don't worry, you didn't miss much. We're just still figuring our stuff out.
Yeah. Was it nothing serious for him too? Or was this nothing serious for us?
Nothing serious for him.
Okay, good.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Jerry, great video yesterday or Saturday or whatever year that you put it out on. That was fun. He did an Earthworm Jim Blaster video.
I saw that.
You saw that? Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. It was really fun to watch. It was a lot of fun. It was like hanging out with Jerry. It was really cool.
Yeah. Steve D says, Felicia, I'm making a costume that includes a corset. What would you suggest is the best for boning, plastic or steel bones? Well, steel bones, of course, are going to be the best because they're not going to warp or as you're moving, but plastic's not bad. It really isn't. It depends on which corset you're doing and what kind of stresses you're going to be doing on it. Do you want to sit? Does it stop at your waist, or does it go from your hip to under your chest? Because that's going to affect the way it wrinkles and which one I choose. Because honestly, I avoid boning as much as I can. But I also use a lot of interesting things as boning. Like, you know that nail tape with all the holes in it for, like, construction? That's a really cheap, sturdy boning option.
Yeah, the plumber's tape?
Is it called plumber's tape?
Well, it may not technically be called plumber's tape.
But it's that metal strip with all the nail holes in it?
What's funny is I just had a weird disconnect. Ha! Surprise! This stuff.
Yeah, that stuff, this stuff.
Yeah.
It's a great cheap version of a very heavy-duty boning. And if you really needed to stitch through it, it has holes for, like, the little details. But it's just... There's a lot of options, and there's a lot of weird problems that comes to corset making, and it depends on which weird problems you want to deal with.
Right.
But this is my cheap steel option.
That's a great cheap steel option. I was just helping Princess Squib this past few weekends. Not this weekend because she was at Star Wars Celebration, but the 3 weekends prior to that, I was helping her build her Frog Lady backpack with all the egg chambers, and this is what we used to make sure the plastic cylinder full of artificial water would stay stuck to the backpack.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like, wait a minute, because this is weird. The last time I talked about this material to somebody in this space, I was explaining to them what it was. It's like, wait a minute, what? Oh yeah, okay, different person.
Galvanized hanger strap.
There you are. Yeah, it's the stuff they hang pipes with, plumbing pipes and whatnot. So it supports a lot of weight, and it's cheap stuff.
Yeah, it's metal boning that you can cut with hand tools.
Yeah, you just...
Yeah, you do have to file it because you don't want sharp edges and get the thinnest stuff you can.
Cool. Jerry
plastic boning's flexible and you can get through metal detectors easier.
Right.
I'm not opposed to any of them. I feel like any structure that you add to your garment is going to be beneficial. So, it's not going to be necessarily as comfortable.
I'm going to drop the
Ghostbusters
off
because
of
we are totally not
going to touch it today.
It's not happening.
It's not going to happen today. I'm sorry, guys.
We're going to get through the Spider-Man laser cutter.
That's about it. So this will be a Marvel-inspired build. I'll have to change the thing.
Our thumbnail.
Yeah.
This one does not fit in the series.
Actually, no. I don't need to put that in the inspired builds because it's a live stream. There we go.
Okay. Oh, okay. And it's already noon.
It's already noon. We managed to fumble our way to noon already.
We at least have the laser setup ready to get going.
We do. In fact, I think I'm ready to turn on the air assist and hit go, and we'll just see if I do okay etching, or if the etching burns all the way through.
Did you want to do a test square, or did you want to just go for the burning? Because I'm okay for going for the burning.
I think I'm just going to go for the burning.
All right, let's burn all the things.
So I'm going to go I'm going to let it go as fast as it'll run, I think, and at half power. And I hope that is enough to etch the surface, but not cut through it. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to go at full power at 3/4 speed, which should be enough to cut through this foam.
Let's give it a try.
Hey, it's noon! Hello, everyone! Welcome to the Odin Makes live stream. Typically on Mondays, Felicia and I have been working on a Ghostbusters backpack, but today we're playing with a laser cutter that Sculpfun sent us that they wanted us to show off and talk about on the stream. So that's what we're going to be playing with today. Now, if there's anything we can cut out with the Ghostbuster pack with this machine, yeah, better believe it that's going to happen. But hey, welcome to the Monday live stream. I'm Odin.
Hi, I'm Felicia.
And I totally forgot to do that right off the top. So
Welcome.
welcome.
We're live. We're here.
We've been broadcasting for about 45 minutes already. What we do every Monday is actually the first 45 minutes. Here, I'll explain it to you like you don't know. The first 45 minutes of every stream is a private stream, unlisted stream just for my patrons. Gives them a chance to be able to communicate with us one-on-one, ask direct questions with us live, not just through Discord, because they can get to us that way too.
Watch us struggle setting up,
Oh, that's the best
fun
part.
Stuff.
Oh, it's like watching the makeup getting put on and the microphones getting clipped on. It's so riveting. Hey, we're here now. We have the machine set up, and I'm about ready to blast away
we're gonna
use
burn it.
Tony Stark level technology to make Spider-Man web shooters. Not quite Tony Stark, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, well, I can't imagine Peter Parker having his own personal laser cutter yet.
No, he didn't. But which one was it? Was Homecoming or what? There was one of the movies where Parker was in the Quinjet with Happy and started making the new spider suit and stuff using the Tony Stark 3D printing materials machine effectively. It's not quite a 3D printer, but it's the Stark version.
Right?
Yeah.
I want that version.
Right. I want a Star Trek replicator. I'd be happy with a Godai machine from Transmetropolitan, which is a really fun, not PC comic. The God Eye or Godai machine would use. If you're rich, you could use a pure matter base block, basically just a nice clean, and it would pull molecules out of the base block, rearrange them into what you want, and give it to you. So it could start with this concrete block and give you a muffin, right?
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
If you didn't have the money to afford the base block, it would just pull sewage and use that. Because it's just rearranging
molecules.
Molecules.
It's just the number of atoms depends on the properties of the matter, so it makes complete sense.
It's a little icky to think about, but honestly, that's what the
astronauts process their own fluids.
Yes, they do.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. It's just recycling water. Some of the technical manuals for Star Trek talked about how the replicators do that. That's where they're getting their matter from, because they're not able to create matter. They're just able to use transport technology to rearrange the patterns to make something different.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's the same amount of molecules. They're not going to decrease or increase. They're going to stay the same.
Just recycling.
Just different orders. So. Building blocks, like Legos, right?
Right. So, tangents. Anything fun happened? Oh, yeah, looks like something fun happened in the chat.
Stephen Mills has a €5 super chat saying, "Hi, Odin. Hi, Felicia. Love these live streams. Very nostalgia talk."
Sweet. Hello, Stephen Mills. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, sir.
Yeah. Chloe Incarnate says it's Far From Home, Odin.
Thank you, Chloe. It's been a while since I watched that one. Far From Home, so it's the sequel.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we're going to make the Homecoming styled web shooters that I had done way early on in my channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now with laser cutters.
But now with a laser. And one of the things I'm trying to do is with the etching, I know I'm delaying it a little bit, with the etching layer, I'm trying to make a target layer. So hopefully I did that right for what the subsequent layers glue to, as well as marking what is left and what is right. That'll end up being covered or, at least next to it.
Oh, nice.
So
problems you've had in the past, you're trying to avoid.
Right. Now, there is a little bit of noise that goes along with this, and I don't know how long this will take to cut. It'll probably take it, a few minutes. But not only is there a fan on the laser head itself, but I have an air assist, which means this blue pipe here is actually hooked up to a small little air compressor over here that's blowing air through the laser tube that keeps debris from mucking up the laser. It keeps what you're cutting cooler, and which really helps the foam, because the difference is, I was joking, obliteration, because it's like, you're shooting with a massive sci-fi weapon and causing everything to just melt, or you're
stopping the burn.
Or you're shooting with a surgical laser. Yeah, stopping the burn, which is nice.
From spreading, because the heat will continue to.
Yeah, at least this is how it works on foam. If you do this with laser or plastic or wood, your results will vary. But the big thing with the air assist is it reduces the scorch marks that's caused by cutting the laser. How's that?
Okay.
Alrighty, so we'll turn this on. Give the computer a second to recognize it.
Don't wiggle the cable.
I'll do my best to not wiggle the cable. I'll see if it can frame. Oh, good. So the computer sees it. All I'm doing right now is, did this during the preview as well. This is called framing. So the machine is showing us what the extremities of the art file is going to be. I'm sorry, I don't have a screen share set up.
Your block.
Hit my block?
Yeah.
The cord moved it?
No, actually, the thing.
Oh, okay.
It just got moved, so I was like, oh, that might affect things.
Okay, well, I will make sure it doesn't. And I can touch it. This particular machine doesn't have limit switches. So wherever I move it, that's where the laser cut's going to start, because that's the way I've got my program set up. So by making it to the mechanical extremity it can go, I have the most amount of space I can cut with. Right? Anyway, I've all got a power strip back here that has my air compressor. Whole new noise. I'm sure the microphone's picking all that up great.
Yes.
All right.
Nice white noise to put you all to sleep, right?
Yep. Now this is a UV laser, so we need to wear goggles. This shouldn't bother the cameras. It might...
Do we need the safety?
We probably should.
I'll go grab them from there.
Okay. Because what's happening when we're shooting the laser is it is actually atomizing, vaporizing the material. So, of course, what's going to be fun is once it's done cutting, it's not like it's not in the air still, but it won't be right in front of us. So, yeah. I'm smiling, can you tell?
Oh, okay.
Okay, you got that?
Yeah.
All right.
Really confusing.
You got it? You got it. You can keep your hair out of it. Nice. Masks. So hot right now.
So hot right now.
So I'm going to do the etch first. That way the parts don't move around. Then I'll come back and cut it afterwards. That's the way I got it set up.
Okay.
If the etching isn't working, I'll stop the program, change parameters, and go again.
All right. Sounds like a plan. Can we do the super cool box thing?
The super cool box thing. Oh, well, just go to 3. We'll just talk over it, sort of. And did I forget to change my layers?
It's burning. It is not just...
Yeah, that is totally just cut, and that's cutting all the way through the wood.
And it's a good thing we have vapor masks, because there is a lot of vapor coming off of this.
Go ahead and go to 4 if you want. It's totally burning the wood. I thought...
We are burning through.
Yeah, no, it's totally burning the wood as well. That's exactly right. That's what I want.
It's a clean edge.
It's a totally clean edge, but
we're gonna have wood sculpted so we can trace them on paper now.
Now I'm very confused because you're not cutting it in the order that I wanted it to cut. Oh, that's why. That makes sense. I had the layer for embossing turned off.
Okay.
That's the thing I was doing last night with the other project I talked about during the Patreon only portion. Now, at the same time, I'm pretty sure I can cut down the power, which is nice, because this was just blasting through it. Or no. Maybe leave the power up and I just make it go faster. Faster. Not that it was taking a long time anyway.
No, that went really fast.
So let me cut the power way down on etching, because that was just cooked right through it.
Yeah, it's clean.
That is super clean.
Yeah, you can see that little wiggle of it bumping something.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's weird. It's okay, whatever.
I know, it just burned through it so fast that it was...
So let's, I'll pick it up. Let's scoot it down to where this is clear. Because we're just going to hope it's going to work this time.
Well, technically you could have just let it go. It wasn't going bad. We just would have had like an extra wood version of it.
Right. Well, I would have totally cut all the parts out. I just wouldn't have had the embossed details, which is something I kind of wanted.
Okay.
Because I had the embossing layer turned off. One of the things you
were
do...
telling me that, sorry.
That's okay.
It's now registering what you... Yeah.
You can bring in different layers of your vector graphics and assign them different colors within the Lightburn program. So for me, all the black lines are my cut lines, and then I usually use red and blue because they're just easy to program. With one of them being a light fill, one of them being a dark fill. So I tried to have two different layers of fill on Mjolnir. Anyway, I had my fill layer turned off because I was using that to hide parts when I was cutting the barrel. I would select the different parts and change their color, and then had that layer turned off, so I'd only cut the pieces I want without having to readjust all the parts on the file.
You know, a little bit of forethought.
A little bit of forethought there.
What I hope I have when I'm working on my projects, but usually I think of these things afterwards.
Yeah, like trying to remember, oh yeah, I got to set up for the stream at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Timothy Upton is wishing, may the laser cutter gods be with you.
Yes!
So far they're liking us. We are burning all the things, including the wood table.
Including the wood table.
So just so you know.
Oh, cancel. Just do one still. There we go.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
No.
Oh wait.
Out of bounds. That was okay. I don't think it's cutting through. It's close.
Left.
Yep.
So it's the engraving marks now?
I want to do the engraving marks first because you saw as we were cutting it,
Yeah, it
they were
pops up,
separating.
yeah.
And so then the engraving wouldn't work. So I want to engrave first and then cut.
Makes logical sense to me. I like how clean it is. It's just like, not hand done, which is nice.
Right.
It's a look, it's a characteristic, you know.
And what's great is once this is done, we can move the foam. We pull the parts off. We can move the foam and just cut another one.
Yeah.
Although I think, one set's fine for us to play with today. So this is cutting most of the way through, so I probably should
Lighten it up a little bit.
lighten it up a little bit. Which is funny, because this is at 30% power and 100% speed. Yeah. Which means we'll be cooking the wood again when it comes around to the cut layer.
At least we'll be cut out, though.
Oh, yeah.
So let's give them a view of
Sure.
them.
Camera 4. Yeah. Is that working?
Oh, it's cutting now.
Oh, okay. So it is. Now this could cause a problem with the parts popping up like that.
I wonder if you could, like, glue it down.
One of the suggestions that somebody gave me on my last video was to,
Uh-oh.
like that happens. One of the suggestions somebody gave me on the last video was to set up a vacuum table underneath it
So that this doesn't happen.
so that this doesn't happen. Yeah. So we'll have to cut another one. That's fine.
Oh my goodness.
Now if we here, let's hit pause. What's fun is I hardly used to see the mouse with the glasses. There it is.
Well, we're learning.
It is working though. Now this is also why I wanted to do the I don't really pull it apart like that, but yeah, that cut almost all the way through.
So you need to listen that up too.
Oh, a bit, yeah. All right, so the shield's off, so we definitely have to have our glasses on. The
Yeah.
This little plastic box is basically the same type of material that the glasses are made out of. So it's not enough all by itself, but it's something. But
It's like the dentists, how they have that little flap that's supposed to protect their eyeballs from the...
yeah, exactly.
But you still see the light, right?
Right.
Your eyes aren't important. Don't worry about it. It's okay.
So, but that's what's catching, although the laser head will still catch because it's so close.
Yeah, because it's popping up.
Yep. So,
So, spray glue, smoosh it down?
spray
But then
glue?
it'll be stuck and we'll have to figure out how to pop it up.
Right.
Although the Tacky spray, which is the repositionable one,
That could work.
I love that stuff. Let's try it.
Okay. You want to just nix this and start all over again, which I'm okay with, because this takes so long to do.
Well, there's no lining it back up, and we already broke a piece.
Fair enough.
We could try, but I'm just saying.
Right.
I like this stuff because it's repositionable, so we're not going to be stuck with it like super glued down. Yes.
We're not going to be stuck with it because it's repositionable. Alrighty. So then we're going to go ahead and
Turn this off for a
stop.
second.
There we are. And I'll go ahead and turn this off, and I'll turn that off.
Oh wow, it's quiet.
So, guys, let me know with the microphones, how bad are the machine noises? I mean, is it a big deal?
Does it get drawn like?
Yeah. Does the microphone like cancel it out at all? Because it's just it's an air pump. You know, it's and it's a fan, so it's not that big of a deal. And
Timothy Upton has a good point.
what does he say?
If we roll the foam the opposite way, it might start the roll out during cutting because then
Let's do that.
it'll also curl the other way too.
Let's do that then. Yeah. Let's do both.
We still need to.
Why don't we? I'm not too worried about the foam. You want to grab a knife or scissors and just straight up like this line and just all the way,
All right,
whichever you want to do.
done. I got scissors. I see that line.
It's not a heavy machine. One of the things that's cool about this, I think, is they sell expansion rails, so you can buy an official kit that'll let it go from the 400 millimeter cut range that it has in this direction up to almost 900 millimeters, I think. But at the same time, this is really close to just being the prototyping 20 millimeter extrusion aluminum frame. So with a little bit of ingenuity, you could probably make one.
You were telling me about that because we
Yeah.
were talking about getting a yard.
Yeah, you're making it a yard. And it would also be possible to expand the gantry part too, but that's gonna be a lot more like mental effort. Do we want to try cutting it first this way?
I wanted to just give it a light dousing of the spray glue,
Then give it a light dousing with
but
spray glue.
I was like, there's equipment. Maybe I'll just go like this.
That's fine. It's not like I had spray glue in here before.
I know, but I'm still conscientious of that.
All right.
Oh, there's the glue part. Okay.
You'll notice we're not wearing our masks for the spray glue.
That's how you know it's working. Ouch.
You okay?
Yep.
Sorry about the nails. Alrighty.
Round 3.
This is totally what it is, over and over and over again.
Yeah. At least it's faster.
Yes. I'm so glad I can run at full speed. All right, so I had
You need to reduce the
30% power at full speed for
so 20%.
the etching. I don't know, I'm thinking 15.
Okay.
That's pretty much all. I mean, we could probably do 10. Let's do 10. The thing is also, it's a black foam, so it's going to react really well to the UV laser.
Yeah.
So let's do 10, because I just want to see it. I don't care about everything else. And then for cutting, well, let's just make that full speed, because it's not having an issue. And we'll make it 80%. That should still be fine. I say that. All right. So now...
Steve D has a good point.
What's
Don't
that?
forget to keep the notes for this material for next time. You know what? Might be a good idea to have a swatch book.
It would be good to have a swatch book. The program has a tab underneath the laser controls called Libraries.
So they have a digital swatch book.
So I have a
That's
digital
nice.
swatch book, and I've been saving some of them. So I've got my Sculpfun settings for floor mat foam. I will save this for my Sculpfun settings for 2mm craft foam. Yep. And I'm definitely trying to remember the thickness and the type of foam, because they're all different. You know, craft foam is different from HD foam, is different from floor mat foam, is different from wet the foam. So...
That's different from the stuff you get at Michael's, different from
Right.
the stuff you get at Joey.
Oh, this was kind of fun. Totally off topic, but on topic.
Okay, I love
Pardon
side
me,
quests.
I'm a professional. So, this is exciting. This is the packaging that the laser came in. That's what the foam.
It is.
Yeah, it's what the foam. So this is all the standard poly that you're used to seeing, but
Yeah.
I
I
doubt
want to make a
Skylar's
pair of
watching.
shoes out of that.
That'd be good. Yeah, that'd work well.
Right?
I was just really amazed. It's like, wait a minute, I know what this material is. I just hope that Skylar was able to sell it, and it wasn't some sort of like somebody.
Third-party manufacturer.
Yeah. Skylar's cosplay apprentice.
And the McGart 120 says, "Wow, packaging."
Packaging! Woohoo! So if you do happen to buy an S10 laser from Sculpfun, you too can get a couple of strips of What the Foam for free.
Yeah.
The company also sent a whole bunch of other fun toys that I'm not using at the moment. That's not really fair to the company, but we'll pull those out in a minute and talk about it. Maybe try working with a couple of them. Because they sent me a whole bunch of test material pieces and a really cool like egg crate shooting platform. Let's get this to work.
I remember you explaining a bunch of it to me.
Yeah.
And then I also remember looking up lots of different project ideas.
Okay.
Future projects, you know?
Right. Oh yeah.
Future projects.
What's fun is I have enough laser machines. One of these, because you've only seen 2 of the 4 so far on the channel. One of these will end up going home with Felicia.
Oh yeah. And I was going through my clothes and I realized I have a laser cut swimsuit.
Do you have a laser cut swimsuit?
I have a laser cut swimsuit. It's all laser cut. They didn't finish the edges. They laser cut the edges. It's a pretty scallop.
Okay.
It's finding it more and more common in clothing.
I bet.
And
Because spandex would cut great.
yeah, it cuts amazing, and because of a lot of the knits don't run, especially if they burn the edges as you're cutting it.
Yeah, you're just fusing it the whole way through.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Okay.
So I'm already building projects in my head.
All right.
Especially if I could get it to a yard size.
Right. Yeah.
You can fit a skirt in a yard. You can fit a whole bodice in a yard. You can fit a sleeve in the yard. You know,
Yep.
like, so, yes, I'm getting excited because armor and clothes and all the materials you can cut with a laser. Anyways, we gotta cut this stuff.
We gotta cut this stuff. Where did I set my mask there?
Yes.
We're gonna try again. What?
Oh, I butchered, Mufgart's name.
Oh, of course you
120.
did. I would too.
And he says I probably should change my username. Now one DeLorean here. So sorry about butchering your name.
Oh, MV Gart?
Yeah.
Or MVG Art. It could be MVG Art. It could be 105 Gart.
Mufgart.
I think it's MVG Art 21, right? Is it 21? No, it's 1120. Because I was so focused on the letters, I didn't double check it. We have MVG Art 120. Okay.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. So.
And Groot appreciates how your respirator matches your outfit.
Yes, all the colors.
All the colors.
Mine's old.
It matches your outfit.
Yeah.
Do you guys not appreciate the subtle shades of gray? He has about 50 on them now.
Right, yeah. Oh, here, yeah.
Okay.
Trade,
Laser cutter.
laser cutter.
We have to use the glasses because we took away the protective barrier.
That's right. This will
So
be
don't
fun.
forget to put on your laser cutter glasses at home. Don't stare directly at the little tiny bright light.
Right.
Don't worry.
Yeah, go ahead and let's. You know, block me. That's fine. Let's do that.
Oh, there you go.
Because I don't really care that I'm blocked.
You can stay right there.
Okay, I can do that. I'm just gonna hit go and. I love how I can't see the mouse with these glasses on. Might be out of bounds. Continue anyway. Yes.
Steve D says OST. Most of us, had to change our usernames due to pronunciation.
Yeah, Steve Deitch, yeah, that happened. Because, we're both product of the American education system. Which is not,
I'm just saying, we make up spelling all the time and we change the way we pronounce things.
well, we're artists. What do you want? Our brain
Exactly.
doesn't work on English rules. We work on, smooshing rules.
This is getting much lighter.
Yeah, this isn't cutting all the way through. It's not causing it to pucker.
Yeah.
It's also stuck down with, but
Yeah. I think that also does help. But also
the 10%'s better.
yeah.
And I do like, I'm digging the speed.
I like that it's going nice and fast and not like just, yeah, anyway.
What's great fun is, to me, I see a red laser like a red laser pointer. You probably see a white one.
Yeah, well, oh yeah,
Yeah.
because I have the green and
Yep.
you have the gray.
Yep, yep.
You have the rose-colored glasses.
I got the rose-colored glasses.
It's not easy being green.
There we go. Now we're cutting. We're already cutting.
Julian Turner says, hey Odin, I just got through sanding a styrofoam ball covered in spackle paste to make a bomb similar to your Zig bomb back in the
Oh,
day.
wow, really? Right on.
Yeah. Mr. Rooster's here saying, what's up, peeps, dogs? Godzilla project is going well. I did the poster with a haul of the concept artist representation and Godzilla in the background. You guys want to see it?
Yeah.
Go check out Mr. Rooster's stuff.
Sweet.
I'm the dude said, watching Odin's videos inspired me last week to buy a 3D printer as a to me from me B-Day gift in a collection of other hobby machines. LOL. Awesome!
Awesome.
I'm actually excited that I get a laser cutter.
Uh-huh.
All the projects. All the projects.
All the frustrations. Now you'll be fine.
Yes.
Now that's interesting. There is a small mismatch here. A little bit. It's not quite closing the lines. I wonder if it's
Bumped.
yeah, if it's bumped or it's not a big deal. It'll still pop apart, but it's just not quite.
Where you thought it ought to be.
Yeah, we're almost done. We're down to the last couple H's here.
Jose Valdez / Carmen Rider Geek wants to know what a planned next cosplay for yourself. I actually know what yours is.
I never turned the air assist on.
That's probably why. Anyways.
Wow, I never turned the air assist on. It did just fine. Well, it is cut wider. Interesting. Whoops. Well,
Seems the spray glue helped.
definitely seems like the spray glue helped. I'll undo those. Still got
No, Grusin, that is a bad idea.
What? He wants a laser cut.
He wants to poke the laser.
He wants to poke the laser?
Well, he says, I dare you to put your finger in the light.
Oh, yeah,
It's
no.
just a harmful laser. No, that is
No,
a bad idea.
That is a bad idea.
That is a bad idea. That is nope, 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 nope,
Nope,
nope,
nope, nope,
Nope,
nope,
nope,
nope,
nope,
nope, nope, nope.
nope. Not bad, right?
No, not bad. It didn't quite cut all the way through, but it's really
Poppable?
probably, it's very poppable. It's probably a better plan almost.
Now I'm smelling the burnt wood that was encapsulated. Sharp Shot FX says, stay out of the light, Indiana Jones. Words of advice.
Yes.
Sorry,
No, you're fine.
probably
Keep going
were
with it.
using the glued part to help.
No, that's fine. Okay, cut another one.
Do we have to cut another one? Did you?
Have to? No, but I want to cut another one with the air assist on.
Oh, okay. See the difference?
Yeah. And I'm going to turn the...
No, Stephen Mills, do not. No. No, no, and no.
Okay. One of the fun little projects I saw, I think on this site, they were burning images onto bread.
Oh, yeah, like toast.
Yep. Like
I've seen that where they do have the little laser printers where you could get like your latte with your face on it.
Yeah.
I've always wanted something weird like that.
I want to drink my face.
Morning cup of me. I don't know.
Right.
It's entertaining to have printed things on food. I don't know. I still put smiley faces on my bologna sandwiches.
Well, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, I've done that. Make a smiley face with the mustard.
Yes.
Now there is.
You have it labeled right and left, which is very convenient. It's
I
like
do.
somebody pre-thought out all these things.
A little bit, yes. And then there's some that are here because I didn't know where else to put them, right? Because I can't shoot it onto the back, but whatever. I didn't know how well or exactly how it was going to play out coming off, so
Yay!
didn't worry about it.
Success-ish!
Yes, exactly, success-ish.
Do we want to spray it again? Or do you want to try it without the spray?
No, let's go ahead and spray it again because I don't know if that was
What did it?
what did it. The fact that it didn't cut all the way through it, but there was definitely a marked difference.
So, what is this weird stuff that I'm using? It's Eileen, spelled with an A, not an I. Repositionable's Tacky Spray. The ladies at the quilting store were explaining that they love using this to help figure out their quilt patterns because you can spray your pieces and position them and take them up and reposition them, and it doesn't add a sticky residue that you can't really sew through because once you spray stuff on your fabric, don't throw it through the sewing machine, you're going to gunk everything up. But this doesn't
Yeah, this has got a real minimal
gunk factor.
gunk factor.
Yeah, and
Not
it's
a big deal.
It's like a sticker. It's fabric stickers, and so we use this to do the crosses on the tabards because we couldn't permanently alter the tabards we were renting.
Right. This was costumes for a shoot with Smosh, by the way.
Yeah, and so we
For those
ended
of
up
you
just
who aren't quite following along at home.
made a giant sticker out of fabric with this stuff. So it's repositionable tacky spray.
Okay, I'm gonna
I
move
just
this
thought it might
way
work
over
for this
here to
weird.
make sure I can miss
That
what I cut here, but now I need to put something under this to raise it up so it's not on an angle.
so it's at the right millimeter.
Yep.
Yeah. What about a ruler?
I got a little piece of test wood that the company sent. And then how about another little piece of test wood to get it up to the 2 mil that is. That looks about right. So now we can just go, that's actually off.
Well, I was gonna
Oh,
say,
there's
could you
another
put an
here.
actual level right here so you can see if you really are level?
I could do that. I think my table's level.
Yeah, but this, I'm not sure. This whole jerry rig problem.
So, don't make fun of Jerry. No, Jerry can props. Let's get a popsicle stick because it's
Okay.
I think it's thinner.
Or you could just use another piece of foam. You cut off a little square of it.
Well, that's true. 'Cause it's,
Okay, we got some
that's the
foam
same
here.
thickness as the wood. Right, it's a little less, but it's fine.
Here you go. A little piece of wood.
All right.
Right there. There you go.
Okay. And how's that end? We should probably bolster that end. That's right. Yep. She's smart.
Chloe Incarnate says, I have a question about cosplay for once. How
What?
do you attack armor pieces, I think it's supposed to say attach, not attack, armor pieces to fabric? I've been using hot glue, I'm burning the crap out of myself, and it doesn't seem practical. Well, there's lots of different ways. What are you actually trying to do? Because it depends in general. Oh my goodness! Is that like, I don't trust the level of this anymore with that stack of popsicle sticks.
What? Is popsicle sticks not technical enough for you?
No, because the wood is wacky. Like, what is straight about any of that? Do you have a level?
I tell you, you're making the assumption that the table's level. Is it touching back here? It's probably touching back here enough. That's fine. It doesn't need more. It's actually on the wood a little bit back there.
Oh, good enough.
Is it level? Okay.
So I'm fine.
Okay.
I don't know. I just feel like
That's
get
fine.
one off, you know. Okay, but
I was just looking at, because one of the things Chloe was asking on the Discord, because Chloe is in the Discord, and hey, if any of you guys want to ask us questions at any time during the week, you can. Just go check out patreon.com/Odin Makes and join at the Discord level. Both Felicia and I are active on the Discord. We love answering questions in the work in progress or the
help.
you know, and general chat. And recently, one of the things Chloe was asking is if anyone knew of a 3D file to be able to print the Ashes Gauntlet from Army of Darkness. And I did a quick Google search. I'm sure she did too. But I did a quick Google search, and all I found was a couple of really good ones that a maker by the name of Blind Squirrel did. And that was handcrafted with styrene and epoxy putty with just a couple of 3D printed pistons. But looked really cool. And the reason I brought all that up is Chloe's now asking about how to attach armor parts to a costume. What Blind Squirrel did with the Army of Darkness hand, because it's a chainmail glove. They had just bought one of those cooking gloves that's like the shark mail. And then there's 7 little pieces of plate mail that goes in the back of each finger. They ended up laying one of those guitar pick size pieces down and sewed it to a piece of leather. So it's a little strip of leather. And then so they sewed each one onto this leather and then attached the leather to the glove. And that should work out okay for attaching 3D printed armor to clothing as well, as if you were to get a small tab of something that you could then in turn sew to your cloth or just sew directly. So if you were to, like a button.
Snaps are great.
Snaps are great. Velcro's great.
Velcro's great.
Magnets work for some people.
Depends on the function of the thing. Strapping, like if you're going to do pauldrons, strapping them to each other versus to your actual garment is very helpful because then they're pulling each other.
The Gundam arms are strapped to each other. It's the only way they're attached to Joe.
Right?
Yeah.
It all kind of depends on the piece and what it has to do. And then I also like a tagging gun.
Yeah.
Because you can stab through foam. And you can stab through fabric, and you can get them as short as you need them to be, to only like a ½ inch, so it's like right at the things, and then it's like, you know, like the tags that are stuck to your clothing, it's stuck.
Yeah. This is
and then you can also pop it off if you need to wash it, and then re-tag it. The foam will have a permanent hole, but the fabric won't.
Right.
So just re-stab the same hole every time.
Yep.
If you needed to wash it.
Yeah, the tagging, the swing tag gun, the what price tags are hanging off of in most clothing when you buy it
Those things are amazing.
They are.
I found out about the tagging gun trick from a ballerina. That's how the tutus.
Oh!
You use that to keep the layers of the tulle together.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's also lightweight and you won't see it. I had a friend that bought one because he would buy clothes and cut all the tags off and save them. So then when he actually really tried them on and wore them, if he didn't like it, he'd just retag the tags and take it back.
I had friends who did that, but it's just way too much effort for me to really care. But I like it as a no-sewing trick of how I can attach things quickly and easily.
That makes a lot of sense.
And just, I don't know what your project is. I don't know what you're doing. But I'm like, if you have some foam pieces like you did, you're trying to catch the arms or the things and it's going to fabric.
Yeah.
A pricing gun with some short little tags.
Yeah. Because you come from the, those tags typically... No, they come two different ways. They don't always have the flat thing on the end. They can just have the T on both.
Yeah, you can order as what color you want, what size you want, what function. There's a lot, but I'm just saying that that's one of those things that I've used for a weird purpose that doesn't always make sense, but I've used it a lot and enough that if you want to try it, it's worth it.
I would never remember that. That's a great idea.
Yeah. So, hope that helps. Julian Turner wants to know which part of the Proton Pack is this for? This is for Spider-Man's part.
Right. This is the Spider-Man part of the Proton Pack. Yeah. If we can cut, honestly, I would have totally laser cut the snot out of
all those little pieces.
All those circles and stuff. Oh yeah. Still can if we need to do other detailed parts. But they're already done.
We already took that effort and time.
Right. No, Sculpfun sent me a laser machine and wanted me to use it during a live stream. It was very specific about they wanted it on a live stream. So we're cutting out Spider-Man web shooters because we should be able to cut these out and then get them pretty well glued together with the remaining time we've got. As long as we actually cut another set.
Yeah.
So, but then they also gave us a whole bunch of other stuff. So do you want to see these things glued together? Or guys, do you want to watch us laser burn some wood, laser burn some slate, laser burn some leather? We can do either one you want. We can either glue stuff together and finish a project, or we can laser all the things. Laser all the things.
Schultz Division says we had a technician once on a huge laser cutter, and all of a sudden he shouted that we should drop to the floor, and we all did. And then like 2 minutes later, there was burning spots on the walls 5 meters away. Anyone want a haircut?
Wow, that's
Yeah.
Make sure I get this set right. I almost forgot. So doing it again because I forgot to turn on the air assist. This machine actually has an air assist, so I will turn that on.
And compare burning.
And compare burning. Ben Eady is talking about trying to set up a computer-controlled switch so his turns on when he turns on the laser through the machine instead of it just running all day.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I like that idea a lot.
Let's not waste electricity.
Let's not just prematurely burn out the pump.
Frame. Oh yeah, I can't see the laser. Okay.
So,
So we are within our parameters?
okay, couple questions.
Sure. In fact, I'm going to do one more thing.
I'm going to draw a box around the whole thing so we don't end up with the parts attached to the roll, and when it's all said and done, it should cut it off.
Do it. All right.
So, Julian Turner wants to know, I'm guessing the masks are because the burnt material or something, or is it the laser itself? So the glasses are for the laser because the laser can burn your eyeballs.
Yeah, it's a harsh UV laser.
Yeah.
So,
This isn't eye surgery, so we're using these to keep our eyes safe. And then the masks are because we're cutting the foam, it's releasing vapors up into the air that are toxic.
Yes,
and we
it
do
is.
not want to be breathing them, so we have these lovely things.
It's so hot right now. So hot.
yes.
And then we have both opinions of finish the Spider-Man and laser everything.
Right. Laser all the things.
And Timothy Upton wants to know, how thick of an acrylic sheet will the machine cut?
I will have to look that up. I don't know off the top of my head. I think it can do.
Well, we can
this
cut through the
does-
table. No.
This does 6 or 8 millimeter plywood, so it should do 6 millimeter acrylic. But it is a diode laser, a UV laser, so the clear plastics may be a lot harder to cut. I'm not sure which. I think he sent me a dark acrylic in the test kit for it to play with. And then some plastics you can't laser because it actually interferes with the optics. PVC releases chlorine gas, so you don't want to laser that. ABS also releases really nasty gases.
And don't do this around pets.
Yeah. Polycarbonate is safe gas-wise, but it is such a UV inhibitor for a plastic. It just kind of melts and turns to glue and reforms itself. It doesn't etch worth anything or cut worth anything.
You know, when I cut that stuff with the Sawzall, it re-glues itself sometimes.
Yep. I had that happen with the scroll saw, the little tiny up and down, like
Yeah.
Or I guess that's actually technically a jigsaw, but anyway,
Yeah,
that's a scroll saw.
Like every time I cut that stuff, it has like tried to re-glue itself from the friction. Anyways, and that's not even a laser cutter. Yeah. So, Jerry wants to know if he can post the link to his video in the comments.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, you just got permission.
Yes, you have permission, Jerry. It was a fun video. And not just because you talk about me, and not just because my sticker's in your video, I did notice, but in general, the video is fun. It's
The video, guys, really, Jerry Can's first video he put out is making Earthward Jim Blaster, and it's a lot like hanging out with Jerry while he's doing it. It's really kind of cool. It's a good tutorial on how Jerry does it, but it is so much like I'm just hanging out with Jerry.
So,
Yeah.
after this, go hang out with Jerry.
yeah.
Yes. So, let's burn all the things. Did you figure out the square?
I think I did.
Alright, not looking at the laser, because that's
Well-
the first
well,
thing
it's-
I did when it moved.
It's not.
What's going on?
It's not cutting yet. I'm still doing the framing, making sure
Okay,
that.
so that little light's not going to burn my eyeballs?
No, that little light is less harsh than the laser pointer.
Oh, good.
All right.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Now, I should etch first, then cut out the parts, then cut out the square.
Yes,
That's
we're
the order it's
etching
supposed to go.
first because we don't want to try and etch pre-cut out parts.
Right.
And then, what was the...
And then I'll cut out the individual parts.
And
So
then-
we'll get the pieces, and then I drew a square around the entire project. So
Then you'll cut that out.
then that'll get cut out. Yeah.
Okay.
Now we are just cutting foam over and over and over again, but let's be honest, what the hell else am I going to cut?
Well, we were cutting foam for
I mean-
6 weeks straight. Just saying, it's kind of
Right. No, I cut a lot of
hard for
foam.
us. Yeah.
So one of the projects I was thinking about doing with the machine, it's a little different than the things I typically do, so I'll ask you guys if you have any interest. I was considering making Rick Sanchez's UFO car from Rick and Morty, but making it like a model.
Oh, nice.
And then one of the laser cutters I have also has a rotary unit inside of it. So it's, instead of this is an open frame style, the other one actually has a box that everything's enclosed, so it's better for fume control. But at the bottom of the box, it has a pair of rollers, so it can actually rotate a round object. So you're able to set something like a water bottle in, and then it'll spin as it does the laser, so it can actually etch onto bottles and water.
Fancy.
So if I'm thinking about making a Lego R2-D2,
Uh-huh.
and if I do all the foam onto it, and then it can rotate and put all the panel lines on.
Ooh, you're getting fancy now.
Trying! I'm all excited about what I can do.
Laser cut everything.
Almost done, I think. Now I got the things up in the corner, right?
Now it's gonna do the nope.
It's all over the place. I swear it's doing it in a different order.
Like every time it picks a different part to do.
Yeah, kinda. I mean, it's doing all the parts. It's the program just decides which order it wants to do it in.
How are these computers thinking?
I don't know. So one of the things that Felicia and I also talked about is how this could potentially be a kit.
Yes.
That especially the web shooter. There's only a couple of other pieces that I would need to cut out, and then add in some either found objects or some 3D printed objects, and should be able to make a web shooter kit. So that could be a fun thing to have for cons or Etsy or something.
Nice.
There we go. Now we're shooting the whole outside laser, the whole outside frame. Return to home, and we're done.
I'll turn the noises off. And we'll take the masks off as if the smoke isn't still in the air. But at least it's not right here in front of us.
Burning.
Actively burning.
Well, it has the
It smells like burning.
It has the little air thing blowing
Tastes like
everything.
burning.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I should move the Mr. Machine.
You have to be cognizant of putting this on your foam because it does leave little dents.
Yes.
So putting a buffer piece of foam may be helpful. And calculate that into your calculations.
That makes me happy.
Yay!
I got leftover foam that's clean versus this.
I like that it's kind of stuck to the,
Yeah.
just a little bit.
No, go- you want to peel it, you can peel it. I did the other one. I'll stop doing this one. It's hard not to.
You're fine. I just don't want to rip anything.
I don't want to deny you.
If it rips, I don't want it to be my fault.
It takes so long to cut one of these. It's the benefit of being a softer black foam. It just, yep, and it's burning through all the wood without a problem. Oh, so some of them didn't quite make it through. Well, I've been trying to find the sweet spot, so I'm not cooking the wood as much.
Keep the pieces over on that side. These ones on this side.
All right.
2 different kits here.
Right. Okay, well let's move this piece of wood. Oh, hey, this is a bit of an Easter egg. Let's see, which way is up? Do I remember which way is up? Doesn't really matter, I think. Go ahead, Nick. Go back to
famous art piece.
Does this go on a Sotheby's auction? Anyway.
Ooh. Groot Grusin says, laser, the new way of cutting out your gingerbread biscuits. And I'm like, actually, that's kind of a brilliant idea.
That is a brilliant
like,
idea.
if you want to do like a fun gingerbread house and do it
Yeah.
all intricate.
All right, so I knocked it down a little bit, right? I made it 80% instead of... No, I did 80 before. So I might want to up this a little bit. But I'm totally happy with the speed at which it's cutting. Because the... one of the things with cutting out the parts from Mjolnir, now it was... The foam was twice as thick, and the laser was half the wattage. But... instead of 6,000 millimeters a minute, which is what I'm doing here, like 6 meters a minute, right? I was running at 300 millimeters a minute. It's 30 centimeters. It's a huge difference between 6 meters and 30 centimeters. So it was way faster. This is going way faster, but it is a softer foam and is a black foam. So.
And it is a cut through versus just a
Well,
design texture,
sure.
lightweight.
Well, when I was trying to think strictly in the cut through portion.
Oh, okay.
In order for the 5-watt laser to cut through 4 millimeters worth of HD foam, the good amount was 100% power at 350, I think, or so millimeters a minute. I wrote it down so I didn't have to remember.
And probably will still be making adjustments next time I have a project.
Yeah, pretty much every time. It's like, oh, it changed a little. It changed a little. I found it pretty good for the floor mats for cutting out the barrel, but the floor mats aren't consistent. You know, they're made by different manufacturers. They're designed to be stood on. They're not designed to be a consistent like craft foam or HD foam is. Oh, and what the foam etches beautifully. That stuff, it's
that stuff is a wonderful material.
yeah. So we use a laser cutter on Frog Lady's backpack, and that'll be 2 weeks.
Frog Lady.
Frog Lady.
I saw that cosplay. I saw the picture. It looked really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Oh, last week I think I got excited. I think talked about Ted. Did I
Yeah.
say on live stream last week? So Evil Ted and I are talking about doing a collaboration here in my shop, building a thing. Ted has to postpone. He called up and said something came up and he can't do the date, but we're still going to get together in June and still do it. So it's still going to happen, but he's not going to be here as soon as I thought, which is fine, because you know
life happens.
I get to hang out with Ted. I get to hang out with Ted for a while.
Yes.
And then I don't know if we're going to do any kind of on-screen collaboration or not, but right now it looks like Ben Eady might be able to drop by in July, which is like, what?
What are you guys going to work on?
I'm not sure yet. It might be Lego. He's really excited about the giant Lego stuff, but I don't know if we're going to work on something on camera or if he's just going to drop by for a visit. You know?
Cool.
Either way, probably should turn the cameras on, but I don't really want to. I don't want to take a friend who wants to drop by and say hi and make him work. If that makes any sense.
Oh no, it makes complete sense.
All the parts I don't need. Alrighty, so did we come to a consensus? Where are we at? It's almost 1 o'clock. Did we come to a consensus with what we're doing next? Are we going to shoot lasers against other pieces of wood, against slate, against some leather, against some acrylic, or are we going to glue together Spider-Man web shooters?
I've seen more in the positive of the web shooters than in the cutting out more parts.
Okay.
But there is definitely people on both sides of the thing.
Gotcha.
But I say we put these together because we have all the pieces.
Okay. Well, it's pretty much 1 o'clock. So first we'll show the other things that this came with this laser that could cut with it, right? Because basically there's a whole other package. The laser came, of course, with some test pieces. That's what these bits of plywood are. So I got some 6mm plywood and some
So you can make some
2mm.
coasters for your mom.
Yeah, coasters or whatever you want to make. But it came with some bits of leather, some really nice, consistent thickness of leather.
Yeah.
It has a piece of denim. So it's a lightweight, but it's a dark denim.
Yeah.
These are actually slate coasters. These I have some interest in doing, but I don't have a good bit of art to put on them.
I love that this is just a basic woven fabric. It's
Yeah.
not even a denim.
we can do the thing.
Burn the fabric.
Burn the fabric. I'm trying to open this up. I need like scissors
Nails?
or nails or something.
Oh, these are actually pieces of slate.
They're actually pieces of slate, yeah. As in The Rock. Not Dwayne.
And they're finished coasters.
Right, they're all set to go coasters.
All set to go coasters.
So just put like Vault Tech on them, or Odin Makes, or you know, I don't
liked
know,
it when
Eye of
you
Sauron.
Laser cutted the Mega Godzilla.
Oh yeah, that's true. Just to make a Godzilla on one, that'd be kind of cool. And Gundam on the other.
There you go.
Then somebody asked about acrylic. So this came with a piece of black acrylic. This is 4mm. So I think that's acrylic. Seems like it's acrylic. It's not. It's opaque. It's not translucent. Transparent. May not be acrylic. I think it's acrylic. Another larger piece of plywood, and it came with some stainless steel and aluminum dog tags.
Oh, fun.
Because apparently it can do that, which I'm curious how well it can do it without the crazy spray.
Oh, these are nice.
Right? Dobby.
I was going to say, we can laser cut Bruno's face on one.
Well, yes, we can. Actually, what we should do is Bruno's face on this side and his behind on this side.
There you go. There is a coating. I'm like, I swear there's a coating on this.
Uh-huh.
I won't peel the whole coating off.
So this is these are the other testing materials. I know Sculpfun was hoping we would actually shoot and show off, but oh, there's one other thing it came with that was really cool. Yeah, more stuff.
More things
I'll
to
walk
burn.
for the camera again because I'm a professional.
Don't worry, we're just live. Everybody's here watching us.
Right, I know. That's why I figured they kind of hopefully find it amusing. It came with a honeycomb plate. So what this is you set it down and put your project on top of it. So it's thick enough that the laser doesn't really burn the tabletop. It still will. It'll scorch it. But it actually has a piece of metal that came with as well as a protective plate behind it. So it's able to, you're able to cut through this. And this is what most of the big CO2 and the big machines they had at Dallas Makerspace all pretty much had this as the bed to shoot on.
Makes a lot of sense because you're keeping that airflow going.
Right.
And you're not trapping heat in, like this is not going to save the heat in the metal.
No.
It's not going to get hot.
And like you're saying with airflow, if you build a box and then plug your shop vac in the bottom, it will suck all the stuff that we're wearing a mask on. It'll suck all that down through this into the shop vac. Which I want to set up a more permanent situation here in the shop with something like that. Some sort of captive air, get it out of the shop so I'm not living in it. Because long term, that's going to be a really bad plan. What's really funny is, I'm sure you've seen enough of these with grips. This is the same thing as, basically the same type of thing they use as honeycomb for directional lighting on LEDs and
It's a
fluorescents.
filter.
It's a filter, yeah. It's a directional scrim or whatever. It's, you know. I don't know if it's, yeah, you can kind of see it.
No, it's blocking.
It cuts down the background light, and yeah, anyway. So I've actually got some small one of these from some old low lights in my attic. They're just a little shorter and a little longer.
Nice. Sharp Shot FX wants to know how much do those lasers retail for?
What does this one retail for?
And Timothy Upton says dog tags, when it wouldn't do Catra's belt buckle, it's because we didn't have the right.
Right.
We didn't know what we were doing at the time, okay? I know it could do metal, but...
It was also a different machine that was half the wattage, and it was probably a different metal.
Yeah.
Because those are stainless steel and anodized aluminum. We were just shooting zinc metal, basic metal, and apparently it wasn't having it.
Did not want to be laser cutted.
Nope. So here it is. Did he send me a link to share, which I should have shared? I totally forgot to do that because I was so last minute.
What did you forget?
To potentially share the link for the machine. I don't think he sent me a...
Well, you could post it in the description afterwards.
Yes, I can.
Oh, that's a nice chain.
Yeah.
this is one of those craft kits that I would get when I was a kid, and it comes with all the extra pieces.
Right?
And I'm like, yes, and I'm going to make this little keychain, and then I'm going to do this for...
Bang, good.
Yes.
This is the S9, actually.
Oh, that's...
Where's the S10? Is this the S10? That's the S6. Great. Well, they're all running about the same. What's the difference? I'm not sure what the difference between the S9 and the S10 is, but about $300 is what I'm seeing.
Not bad.
The 10-watt laser head is an upgrade, and I think that adds $100 to it.
Yeah.
And then like the honeycomb thing is a $60 upgrade. So some of these little extra things are extra. Plus I spent $40 on the air pump. So these things are adding up, right? But still...
At least you don't have to do like a subscription for the software.
Yeah,
like
no.
with the...
Right, there's a $60 software. So you got $40 air pump, $60 software, $100 laser head upgrade. So the machines... And then a $300 machine. So all those, whatever that adds up, was like, what, $500, I think?
Not bad.
No, not bad.
It's within the price point.
Yeah.
What I'd be willing. Yeah.
Somewhere in there. It's 9.
Stephen Mills has a €5 super chat.
Oh,
Says,
sweet. Thank you, Stephen.
Odin, I think your next project should either be a mask or helmet or Centurion mech suit. Sorry, Centurion mech suit.
Oh, well, Centurion. Okay. The toy Centurions, whatever. Is this like Centurion? I can't read it very well with my
I was
glasses
gonna
on.
say, did I misread it?
No, I'm just wondering. There was a. I may be saying it wrong, but there was a toy line. I think they're called Centurions, where you could stick the armor onto the guys, and they were kind of like a Tinker toy, kind of like a type of a buildable action figure. And I don't know if that's what he's talking about, because that was similar to their names, as best as I can remember. Alrighty. So that was the mail stuff that came with Sculpfun. So Sculpfun, thank you very much for the laser machine. Thank you very much for giving a chance to use it on a live stream and actually use it with a project. We're going to finish gluing the project together here in a minute. There's a couple of pieces we still got to make. Yeah, cool.
Yes, thank you.
Way cool machine. This is the machine I'm going to be using as well again this week in this week's video, where I'm going to be making Donkey Kong barrels. Yeah, I'm making barrels because my cousin asked me to make some for a project that she's working on, and I thought it was just weird enough that, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Alrighty, and then I got this, which I think I know what this is. This isn't from a fan, this is an ordered part. And I think these are milling bits. Oh, look, inside is an envelope. Yep, this is the com grill. Sweet. Okay, so I have a CNC milling machine coming that should be arriving the end of this week. This is a little legitimate milling machine. And this is the first batch of milling bits that goes along with the machine.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's like it packs of needles, but it's a pack of drill bits.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Just little packs of milling bits. And yeah, just got here in a hurry.
Nice.
I just finally talked to these guys. We finally hammered out everything we wanted to talk about last Friday, I think. They got these things here in a hurry.
Yeah. Sharp Shot FX is curious. In your opinion, which do you think would be more practical / used more often, a laser cutter or a 3D printer? I
That's
personally
100%.
would use the cutter.
I personally would use the cutter because that's the material I like to work with. It is 100% up to you and what your interests are.
Did you have a 3D printer before you ever got a laser cutter?
Oh, I've had plenty of 3D printers. Yeah, and I don't use them.
Joe uses them.
Joe uses them. I got some other friends that use them. Chloe uses them. Chloe bought one of the first big filament printers that I showed. She went and bought one of those and uses the snot out of them. Asking about how to attach armor. That's the whole Red Hood mask that she made to go along with the costume that she's putting together. So it's all those armor pieces she's trying to put together. But
yeah,
it's not. I like making stuff with foam. That was just more my medium, and it's not like there's anything wrong with 3D printing. I think I just had too many headaches with it. So, whereas the laser cutter, it's working. I'm still running into problems, but I'm overcoming the problems a lot faster. However, I do have a shop gremlin that's been helping me work on getting the 3D printers working again. So I might be able to have 3D printers printing again. And that same shop gremlin has some CNC and CAD experience, which will probably help an awful lot with a little mini CNC machine. And I know Ben's got experience with it, so I'm with CNC machining, because he builds things like proton packs and giant sets that spin. So way looking forward to.
You've made a giant set that spins.
Did I make one that spun?
I don't know. I feel like we've done things like that.
We've done, yeah, not quite the same. It wasn't a full.
Yeah, not like a movie production
Yeah.
quality. Yeah, definitely on a small scale, but still.
Definitely on a smosh scale, yeah.
Smosh scale.
Got
Yeah.
a wee bit of tea left with flex in it. Flex and tea.
I have a lid today.
I don't. I
Yes.
brought my glass cup down from upstairs.
Leia Marie says I do have a circuit maker with the $12 library subscription. Yeah, that's
Right.
the whole reason I never wanted one of those. It's just I couldn't get past that. I'm like, nah.
Right? Such a
Yeah, no.
That was why we went with the silhouette, because Joe and I talked about which one to get, and and he pretty much decided, and I agreed that the silhouette seemed like the better plan, but yeah, I'm playing with parts and wondering, yeah, this is still working out okay.
I'm really excited to be cutting fabric. I'm going to be playing that for sure.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Stephen Mills has a €5 super chat. Says,
Oh.
yes, they had a cartoon or a helmet from the cartoon mask. And then,
A mask?
yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I remember the cartoon mask as well, but the Centurions was another toy line. Okay.
okay.
So, cool. Gotcha.
And then Charlie Chappelle has a $2 super chat and didn't say anything, but thank you.
Oh, thank you, Charlie.
Yeah, sorry if I ruined your name. Oh, he says, I would love to see a Centurion's armor project.
Oh, wow, okay. At WonderCon, I saw so many different Centurion toys. It was interesting. Exoforce and Centurion, I saw lots of those toys again. It's like, wow,
Are they
okay.
going to have a new movie coming out soon?
I don't know, or if it was just, or is the age group for proper nostalgia really hitting those toys at this point?
That's a good point, too. And then Steve D says, did you see Ben Eady video making the metal decals with his laser cutter?
No, not the middle one yet. That's cool.
I was going to say, that could be something.
Yeah. Nope. I'm gonna be talking a lot more with Ben, definitely, because yeah.
Yep.
He's done some really good things with and fun things with doing the laser cutting. So gonna need a bit of floor mat foam.
For that one weird triangle piece.
Yeah, there's the main body piece when I originally did this, and I done it with floor mat foam. It's just it's a thing that's cut on 45. Then you got to cut a thing out of the back where the cartridge goes in. We don't have the cartridge today. I didn't cut one, but whatever. Anyway, yeah. So we just need to build that body piece, and then we should be good to go for everything else.
Okay. Cool. Yes. So we have all the pieces, but not all the pieces. Working on it. This piece. And this piece goes with this piece. Gotta left and right them. We don't have to, but I like to. Right, left, right. I'm missing a left piece. What are you?
Oh, I was laughing. I was listening to an audiobook last night. I've listened to a lot of zombie apocalypse fiction for some reason. So as soon as I picked the parts up, I started thinking about the book again. Anyway, you're missing a part?
Yeah, no, this piece, I need my left side of it. I think I wandered off with it. That's all.
I got a right and left here. Yeah, I don't have that here.
Yeah, no,
Is it still attached?
Oh, here it is. It fell.
Oh, okay.
There's just foam everywhere.
Yeah, and it's black, so it's easy to see. So you got a knife and a ruler.
Muddy 1052 says, I got a new baby kitty and she wants to help craft like nothing else. Fun.
Sweet. Hello, Muddy. I met Muddy in Oklahoma.
Oh, nice. I just got a little kitty myself and it's a little void.
Yes, it's a little void kitty.
A little spooky shadow that's spiky.
Did I leave my knife in the other room still? I thought I brought it in here.
Which knife? No, I put it away.
Oh, that's why I can't find it.
It's away. Then there's also this one if you wanted that one.
No, that's fine.
Yes. No, I was clearing it when we needed the space.
Oh, thank you. we have a couple of cats at home too, and I do like cats, and kittens are a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they do love sewing things because they're
Yeah.
all like strings and little tiny bits that they can do this across the floor.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, no, they're great for crafting company. And if you want little extra like cat hairs all over your project.
Right? They're really
Toby's-
good at that too.
So yeah, our cat is now black and Toby has the white and Bruno's that perfect shade of brown in between. So there is just sparkles or glitter.
There's just glitter and
Toby hair.
yeah, I think
and
that's
Bruno
what it is.
hair.
I think it's just the ruler thickness. Is that right? I'm trying to remember. It's not like I can't look at the video. It's not like I shouldn't have looked at the video beforehand because hey, you know this was coming up. You know, Odin, you've known this is coming up for a couple of weeks now. You could have prepared.
Oh, never.
I even basically redid this not long ago for the Iron Spider. This really isn't too much different than the Iron Spider web shooters because I based it off the same one.
Oh, and did you do those?
I think I did. I
Okay.
don't know. Okay. Now, I have special tools that can help me actually do this right, but I'm going to just kind of wing it.
We
that's all I
laser
ever do.
cut everything.
We laser cut everything.
Everything.
And now I'm going to like hand cut this because there's no way I can cut that nicely. Sad thing is I got to do it again on this side.
Muddy 1052. I'll cut her off her own piece of foam. She loves it.
Yes.
Cat toys. Yes, they do, don't they?
Yes, they do.
And Stephen Mill says mid-80s cartoons are having a resurgence.
Yes, they are, aren't they?
Yeah, I think it's about that time.
It seems about right. It's a little, but this will work.
I'm telling. Well, you need just like to make 3 more
Yeah, pretty much.
that are all exactly like that
Pretty much. Could actually be a little bit wider.
because you're cutting off so much material at your diagonal.
Yeah. So
Makes sense.
instead of being exactly ruler wide, I'll try and make it 1.25 inches or so. See if that makes it any better.
Daniel Banner, Cosplay Kid 29,
Aha!
says, "Hey Odin, have
Hey.
you used Pepakura before?
Yes. Sorry.
Is it hard to place the templates together?"
Not really. But I'm used to model kits, so it's not a big deal.
And you also know which ones you're ignoring.
And I know which ones I'm ignoring, yeah, and I know what I can get away with. I haven't done too many true Pepakura files that are just paper all the way through. But what I have done is use a Pepakura file and Armorsmith Designer to turn them into foam files. And I've done that for a lot of the Gundam, and I did that for the Vegeta hair. And I'll be doing that again for some more upcoming anime hair. Yes. Was it hard putting the parts together? No. I pretty much kept the computer file open when I was doing it so I could reference the parts that I had. Especially with the Vegeta hair. Every single piece was unique on that build. And so we would have to compare what we had, which way it went, and then how it attached to one of the other ones.
Because there's definitely a right side and a wrong side.
Yes, there
There's
is.
a left and a right.
And I got to admit, with the whole idea of laser cutting, if I'm going to be doing more anime hair, I'm excited about the idea of numbering, like, 1 goes to 1, 2 goes to 2 type of a thing.
And then already having it pre-textured on one side, so you...
Maybe. I'm not too worried about the pre-texturing, because I like the organic of doing it with the Dremel.
Yeah.
But having the parts labeled and knowing where they go and then having them all cut out, it'll take a day, all day, to put together the file, right? So I'm not saving a whole lot of time there, but still, here, look at what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you keep staring at it.
I do. I'm staring off in the distance, and nobody has any idea, and that's fine. It took Joe and I, both of us, 40 hours to put this together, at least, maybe even a little more.
It is a jigsaw puzzle.
It's totally a jigsaw puzzle. Every triangle on this, every cone of hair has got its own shape. This is an asymmetrical pattern. This is not a symmetrical pattern. The one I'm looking at doing is symmetrical, so that'll help. But I'm liking the idea of getting mechanical help to get this cut out.
Yeah. Daniel Banner, Cosplay Kid 29's follow-up question. What's the best program for Pepakura?
I haven't made Pepakura files. I would assume Pepakura. My current favorite program to import Pepakura files and turn them into foam templates is Armorsmith Designer, which I think has a very short trial period. Then you have to pay for it, but it's $40, I think. And same thing. It's not a subscription. You pay for it and you're done.
Yeah.
Did all this. Of course, I got to cut at 45 to begin with, but I'm busy talking and wearing a wig.
You're getting into the spirit of things.
Yeah, I am. I'm real tempted to turn on the bandsaw and just wham, but anyway, I won't.
Sharp knives make a difference.
Oh, it does.
Oh yeah, today is Memorial Day.
Today is Memorial Day.
My life has been so crazy. I have not been appreciating the holidays for sure.
Right.
Richard Stroh says, "Hey guys, happy Memorial Day."
Thank you, Richard.
And Muddy 1052 says, "Looking good, Odin."
Thank you.
And then Sharpshot FX wants to know, is there one specific resin you prefer for Pepakura?
I haven't resin coated in my Pepakura, so I don't have a good response for that. What would I use?
Whatever I had.
Pretty much. I would probably end up using epoxy fiberglass resin, but that may be the wrong choice. It would just be what I would try first.
You would find out one way or another.
In a hurry.
Yeah.
Now with Ben Eady's new video, this could also be laser done.
Because he knows how to.
Because he knows how to, and he talked about it, and he showed us. So what's going to end up happening is this piece goes on first, and it wants to, you got the longer ones, this is the short one, right? That's fine, I'll get these cut out.
Yeah, you get those cut out. I was assuming it's about the size of a candy bar right now.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm sure if you wanted to, you could just glue the bands together, the big man parts, because this is all the emitter, right?
Yeah.
This is all the thing that actually supposedly does the shooting. But we got 3 layers here, where
Right.
there's a right and a right, and so they go together pretty much like that. And then, yeah, I think I did try to make it so it could be curved, because it needs to be curved.
So it needs to be glued on the curve?
I think it's supposed to be, yeah. And then there's the little cutout, which is also going to be right and left. And then this one fits into the target area.
So they all need to be glued on a curved surface?
I think they all need to be glued on a curved surface.
I'll go find a good curve.
Okay. We can just eyeball it too.
Yeah, we could. We laser cutted this so we can eyeball it.
Yeah, totally. Well, the point was to play with the laser cutter. And yeah, a rattle can, spray can should be really good. A piece of PVC pipe should be good. Should.
Could. We'll see.
We'll see.
The big cans of spray paint.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grabbed
This one's the
all
worst.
3 pieces.
This one's the worst.
That's okay. I'll judge you for it.
Please. Please do. All right. But,
No, it needs to be lined up so this part's flat and straight. Why? Richard Stroh says, do you guys have any ideas on how to make a normal Halloween wig better than what it does? I'm asking because I want to do a wig for Halloween. So what are you trying to do? That's genuinely my question, because yes. Lots of experience making really crappy wigs into
Not so crappy wigs.
well, into characters and stuff, you know? Like I've seen like them I've seen people take crazy cheap crappy wigs that are like the $7 ones that are that black stringy witch hair that just gets stuck everywhere. Anyways, I've seen that turned into gorgeous like 40s styles, and there's a lot you can do with a crappy wig is what I'm saying. So like just because it's a crappy wig doesn't mean you're not going to get a good wig out of it, but it's going to take you a little TLC.
For sure.
Especially like when you get afro wigs from the container, just pulling them out of the thing is not, you have to style them. You can't not style those.
Right.
Wigs need to get styled. I'm usually anti-wig just because they're itchy. They're hot. They're annoying.
Hot. Yep.
And if I'm I usually don't want to deal with as much as I can, but I'm not opposed to a wig. They have their places and they work well.
Mm-hmm. One of the things that really impressed me is I've got a friend, Brandon McThor. When he's doing Bro Thor, because Thor's just got a nice, tight little beard usually, right? Not always, but usually. Bro Thor had the big, full beard because he just let everything go. So when Brandon wanted to do that, he just took a beard and glued it to his beard. I was like, wow, all right.
I've seen that happen.
Yeah?
Yep, we've done a lot of beards. Oh,
yeah.
like we traumatized Anthony with beards. Poor guy. Yeah. So there's a lot you could do with wigs. There's no one particular thing I can tell you.
Right.
You can wire them, you can glue them, you can paint them, you can do all sorts of things that you cannot do to hair, you can do to wigs.
Yep.
You can cut them up, you can stitch them together, there's so many things you can do. I don't know what you're trying to do, but yes.
Yes.
A normal Halloween wig better.
I was going to glue mine flat, 'cause I think I glued it flat when I did it originally.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be better glued flat, honestly.
Right.
After, like, trying to make it all curved.
I'm going to do that, too.
Okay.
Yeah?
Sharp Effects.
Sharp Effects?
Sharp Shot EFX.
Okay.
I'm making Pee-wee's bike, and I'm making the saddlebags from a PEP file.
Okay.
I'm also looking into resin and fiberglass options that will be durable but cost effective.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah. Stupid trivia things. The VHS tape version for Pee-wee's Big Adventure, as well as I think the cable TV version. The movie was... When you shoot a movie on film, you have your as well as video, but we're going to talk film for a quick second. When they shot Pee-wee's Big Adventure, they shot it on film. When they shot it on film, they shot it using flat lenses. A flat lens takes the image in the aspect ratio as you see it and projects it directly onto the film. So it is a 4:3 image put onto a 4:3 piece of film, right? When you shoot anamorphic, it's actually stretching what you see as a letterbox thing to make it fit into a 4:3 film, and it gives it a very unique look. Then you run it back through an anamorphic lens, and it projects correctly, but like lens flares get those long spikes that come out the sides and stuff. Anyway, so Pee-wee, they shot it this way, but they wanted a 1:8:5 aspect ratio on it, meaning it was going to be a little bit shorter than it was wide. So it's shooting 4:3, but in the theaters, it's going to project at 1:8:5. So they've got a flat negative, and that's what they use when they broadcast it on television, and they just ran it without the boxes on it, right? So now you're able to see what you're not supposed to be able to see in the theater. And coming back to the whole point, the scene where Pee-wee's pulling all the plastic chain out of his saddlebags. I remember on cable television when I saw it, you could see the hole in the bottom of the saddlebag that was feeding the chain in, because that wasn't going to be seen in the final thing. It's like, well, why is this happening? It was like one of the few things you could see. It wasn't a whole lot of boom mics. It wasn't a whole lot of extra lights and stuff that you weren't supposed to see, which also happens. But that was the one thing I definitely remember. That was like, wait a minute.
You saw the Mary Poppins trick.
Yeah, saw the Mary Poppins. And then you'll get the opposite when it happened to Back to the Future 2 and the first DVD release for Heavy Metal, where they took a pan and scan version, meaning you've got a widescreen video, which is going to cause the black bars in the top and bottom. On when they had 4x3 TVs, they would do what was called pan and scan, where they would just zoom it up so the top and bottom touches. Now you have extra loss video on the side, and they would just scan or pan back and forth to follow the action and keep the action centered. But you've got this 25% of the video you're never seeing. So with both Back to the Future and with Heavy Metal, they took a pan and scan copy and then put the bars on it in order to make it look like it's letterbox. So you lost even more, and like heads were cut off and important details you couldn't see because you're now missing 33% or 40% of the image. Yeah. Thanks, guys, for being lazy. Anyway.
Yeah.
Did I digress enough?
No, that's good digression. Muddy 1052 says, I want to make Saiyan armor / hair more than anything, just saying.
Sweet.
Need more time to do it. Too much job in the way.
Oh, yeah, for
Makes a lot
sure.
of sense.
Muddy personally told me it's okay to just call him Muddy.
Okay. Richard Stroh says, I do this Wicked Witch thing, and I want to go along the lines of the way of the Wicked Witch of the West to Witchy Poo's hair from Puff and Stuff.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so the Wicked... Like, reference images. Look at those. Witchy Poo.
Witchy Poo.
I did Witchy Poo one year for Halloween. Yes.
I'm talking a lot, but you know, now we got these.
Now you're actually making some progress.
Few parts. So I'm just kind of laughing at. All right, so I've been cutting these parts out for how long? And
We
got 2 sets of everything else cut out. No, there's the hidden computer chair time, but
yeah. Good thing is Witchy Poo has a very crappy wig, so that's very easy.
Oh yeah.
Just pull it right out of the bag and don't do anything.
I'm doing it. You're good.
You're good. Buy the cheapest one. The one on clearance that's already been like reshoved back into the bag. Get that wig. And I think you'll have her hair pretty straight. And then I'm trying to remember what the Wicked Witch of the West hair was like, whether it was up or down, because I know she does like fly with it.
Yeah, I don't remember because in Kansas it was up, but
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Yeah, she has her hair up in a little bun thing.
Does she? Okay.
Yeah. Her hair's just kind of messy falling out of that bun. So again, you could get away with a really crappy wig.
They're witches. They're supposed to be kind of crappy. Even the 3 witches were all kind of not perfect hair.
Yeah, she has her hair kind of the front's pulled out and the back's kind of pulled up into a twisted bun. So you could really just, yeah. Both of those you can use really crappy wigs and you'll be fine. They will have that right look. Yeah, not saying there's anything wrong with crappy wigs. I appreciate when you can use them.
Yeah.
The $10 afros were my favorite afros. They puffed up the best.
The incredibly culturally insensitive Native American woman wig they used to sell. I don't know if they still do anymore. They probably don't. But it was just 2 braids down the side, just a black wig. Mm-hmm. I bought 5 of those things, unbraided them, and cut them up, and that's what I used for my guar wig, or all the guar hair.
I have cut apart the 17-inch black witch's hair, the $7 packages, and I've sewn those ones together to like make the wig that I wanted to make.
Okay.
So I can totally see doing that. Yeah. Sometimes you just need to make a big giant nest of matted like, and then you put the hair smooth over that, depending on how you're styling it. Like, there are no rules when it comes to wigs. You make it look right. Does it look good? Okay, then you're good.
I think I've talked about this before, but my cousin and I helped out with their church doing a Easter play thing, right? Whatever, Easter morning service. And so they were doing the whole crucifixion, resurrection, that whole bit. And the guy that was willing to play Jesus was this great Marine, real friendly guy, huge panther tattoo in his arm, redhead with a red beard. It's like, yeah, real short Marine hair. It's like, all right. and they brought us this like thrift store wig that looked like 70s newscaster. It's like, we'll use this for the wig. It's like, all right. So, wow, I'm blanking on my cousin's name right now. But we looked at what we had and ended up deciding to tear the wig apart. If you actually rip apart a wig, not just cut it apart, this particular wig anyway, there's like a cord that the hair is wrapped around and sewn to. So if you rip all that off the net, that's the wig, you get this string of long hair. So what we ended up doing was we sat there for a couple of hours. We'd part the Marine's hair, spirit gummed this wig hair right to his scalp in between his red hair.
That's how you glue in extensions.
There you go. So we did extensions right onto the actor's head, but now it was this weird color, and so we took some brown coloring mousse and just kind of combed
Blended
that
it?
into it and blended it down his beard. He ended up looking really, really good. And then it was just some cover-up makeup. Yeah. It worked out really, really well. And then the other thing I did was make a whole bunch of wounds because he had to have the bleeding hands and the spear gash. And the way I did that was I kind of over sculpted it, made it really big and dramatic, and loaded it up with KY jelly and food coloring, so it was a real thick, slow, drippy blood.
Fun gore for Jesus.
Yeah, fun gore for Jesus. And the hand things were like little volcanoes that made this big plastic nails that could stick into them so they could pull the nails out. But anyway, he stood here pretty much like this, right? We glued the spear gash onto his side. So when he finally got up into place and raised his arms up, it stretched it just enough that the gore that I loaded inside of it started leaking out. So he was dripping and bleeding the whole time. Not planned, but it's like, perfect! The other thing that was great was the first, because it was two shows. The first one, when he finally came back, he comes in through the east doors of the church, right? Well, it was so early in the morning, it was nothing but sunlight. We're all dark inside. He's wearing white robes. The sunlight hits him. He does the whole blooming glow thing that fabric does. It's like, oh, perfect. That was fun.
Sounds like you guys were on the right side.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was laughing because this wig that I used for my puppet me came from the Jesus Lennon hippie box.
Oh, right.
Is the name of the box at the costume shop. And this one in particular I rented all the time because it was a better quality.
Okay.
And you could see all those ribs of hair.
You can, yeah.
Those are what you can literally just cut apart and glue, and you can mess with. Oh, I could just go down to camera 3 if you wanted.
Sure.
3, cut.
Wink.
Yeah, see?
So-
all the little ribs of hair.
So those really
together.
thin strips. That's the strips that the hair is sewn to.
Yeah, those are
And
what hair extensions are.
Okay, and the thick bits are just the lace or whatever that's holding the wig
Yeah,
together.
this is the stretchy part that makes it comfortable to fit to your head.
Okay.
Yeah, and breathe. That's why it's all lacy. But yeah, just interesting. I didn't have to because I was going to, but then I was told that somebody else was going to do that part of the project, so I
Let him.
let it go. But I had it all figured out. So you remember when I did the grass car? You did the grass wheel. I did the grass car.
Right. Yeah. I don't think I saw the grass car.
You
but...
didn't see the... Yeah, because it was over on the farm. Anyways, with the grass car, I was asked to take the scraps from that and make grass pants.
Right.
And then I was told somebody else was going to do it, so then I never actually ended up doing it. But I had it all figured out. I had these brown corduroy pants that I was going to take the ribs, like these little hair extensions, from the grass because I didn't want to take the whole piece because that's not going to be flexible enough to move in. So I was just going to take
Right.
the strips and then stitch those down the pants. And because the grass is spiky enough and furry enough, you could like put them like 2 inches apart because that's where they were spaced on the mat itself in
Okay.
general. So I was going to cut those ribs off and then stitch those down to make the pants, the grass pants. So I had figured out how I was going to do it, but never ended up having to do that.
Okay.
But it's that same concept of you just use the ribs of the hair.
Yep.
Yeah.
It works.
Sharp Shot EFX says, I had several wigs that came with the cheap Halloween costumes that have proved to be surprisingly versatile. Yes, because you
Yes.
don't really care if you wear them.
You don't. I've torn apart the wigs down to just the extensions and latexed them to a bald cap and added lichen to it in order to make the Beetlejuice wig. So I could put it on, because his hairline is halfway back, right? So, yeah.
Yeah. So they did Edward Scissorhands and Victor Van Dort, and I've been able to reuse that style a lot.
Good.
And easily my favorite product for temporary coloring hair and wigs are Krylon color sprays. Krylon, the makeup company, not the spray paint company. Yes.
Yes.
I love Krylon. The
Krylon
makeup.
The makeup color sprays. Yes, those are very cool.
Well, that company in general has good products.
Yeah, they do.
I like their stuff.
They used to have a big office in San Francisco.
Oh, really?
Hope they still do.
Right.
Hope it
Who
survived.
knows what's going on these
Yeah.
days? Sorry, I'm grabbing this person by their mouth.
That's fine.
Yeah, we're talking wigs. That was one of my favorites.
So a Reddit post I just saw yesterday, I think, and I think it was Sophie from Howl's Moving Castle. In order to add a little extra to the wig, she, the cosplayer, sorry, I don't remember her name right now, sewed fishing line or hand stitched fishing line into the wig and then styled it with the rest of the wig. And she did 100 strands or so, but you end up with that catches the light and gets that weird little glint that the rest of the hair doesn't. So she got this little bit of a sparkle effect, a little bit, with
Interesting.
fishing line. Yeah, which I thought was a really good idea.
Huh. I wonder if that would also work with those little stabby things.
It could. The stabby things, I think, might be a little stiffer than the fishing line.
Yeah, but
But-
I like the idea of the fishing line because it's just a subtle little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I ended up doing was, this is the cutoff part. I cut a bit, and then I cut this part off, so I only had this part left. And then I laid the knife flat on the table, and at my knife height, I shaved a bit off and came down because there needs to be a little inset thing that the web cartridge goes into, which the web cartridges don't exist. So we'll put these together to the best that we have, and then whatever. But this was the body that all these other parts have to go onto. So this is the one piece that I didn't laser cut, but having watched today's video, Ben's video, I know how I can laser cut these. Which makes me really happy for making this as a kit, is removing the hand done part. Because that's the whole point.
Right? Sharp Shot EFX says Krylon still has a San Francisco location. It was
Oh, good.
assistant manager at the Chicago store for 2 years until they permanently closed it when the pandemic hit. Now SF and New York are the only two in the U.S.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
Well,
so
bummer on Chicago, but I'm glad to hear that they still have one around here. So there's the tall part goes towards the point and just get it flat in line with the thing, and then the back half will hang off a little bit, and that's okay.
and you smoosh it.
And you smush it. And then what I did was just trimmed it,
Okay.
which you can use scissors too if you want. Whatever, I don't care. not gonna force anything there.
No, I was going to use that.
Okay.
I want to do it this angle though.
That's fine. And it's been a long time since I've been to the San Francisco Krylon store, but that place was amazing to go to. Big 2-story building with nothing but makeup.
Oh, I was having fun in the Blick store in San Francisco.
Oh yeah, I bet. I haven't been to the Blick store in San Francisco.
Oh my gosh,
I bet
it's
it's
all
huge.
the art supplies.
I love the one here in Sacramento, but it's not much bigger than my shop.
Yeah, no. I thought, I was like, okay, it's just Blick, but it had an intriguing, there's an art piece that was outside of it that just happened to light up like
Oh,
the
wow.
street like a glowing green and brightly colored glue around the Blake store.
Glue. Okay.
It was glowing. I was like, what is this place that I'm drawn to? And oh my gosh, look
flame.
at these things. It's too many things. Lots of things.
Lots of things is.
All the things. And they were all fun things. I had to get out of there before I spent too much money.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. ZZ Hub 50 says, what's 9 plus 10?
What's 9 plus 10?
What's 9
It's
plus
got to
10?
be a joke of some sort.
Right? Because you can ask Alexa.
Paul Hardcastle?
Yes. Muddy says, what a day. Watched Evil Ted live stream earlier. Now
Yep.
I get Odin. Yay. I'm
Yay.
glad I have Mondays off.
For sure. And not going to lie, when we were talking about doing the live stream, I actually told Ted this too. I did pay attention to what his schedule was, so we weren't on at the same time. Because I did not want to compete for your guys' time.
Especially since you're...
I'm a Ted fan.
Yeah, I was going to say you're a Ted fan.
Trying to remember what he was working on today. He was working on, is he finishing up his gun today? What was he working on today? No. He was doing Battle Sister armor, the breastplate for the Battle Sister. That's what he was doing. 40K stuff. So now I've got this piece. This is the first piece that goes over this bit here.
Yes. I
And
threw
the-
all
and the-
those pieces over there.
That's
on
fine.
that side.
And they're symmetrical. There's no right and left on these. So, but you see, there's a difference between. So one's got the points.
Yep.
And they're cut extra long, so they will need trimming like these other things did. And then I'm also painting the back.
Getting
I will-
them well glued.
Getting them well glued. I will give up the glue and hand it to you in just a
It's
minute.
okay. I was going
I
to do
got
what people
one.
are saying.
Good. I got one more to smear up.
Okay. David Wormer says, hello, sir. How are you doing on this wonderful Monday? I'm like in the week, LOL. That was meant to look like a Go Hunt, but going Super Saiyan from Dragon Ball.
Yep.
Yes.
Then we get done with this one, then we'll do the band, then we'll do the top piece. But anyway.
Web shooters.
Web shooters, more web shooters. I'm revisiting old props.
Like one you've done before.
Couple times now.
And you kind of went over the edges a bit too, didn't you?
Especially around the front. What's going to end up happening is I'm not worried about this edge, but this pointy edge.
Okay.
They get glued down. So I think I've got glue on these. If I don't, super glue will work.
Okay. But if you can smoosh it in place, the better.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
It is going to be hard to not just geek out on finishing up a web shooter kit today. I got to make barrels, which that's fun too, because it's different.
And they're like real people size, and
Yeah.
you can chuck them at people
You
because
can-
they're foam,
Right. Yeah.
which is another layer of fun.
It is.
David Wormer says, and you're saying web shooters. You're talking about the web shooters from the Spider-Man comic books?
These particular web shooters are patterned after early leaked footage of or production photos from Spider-Man Homecoming. There were a couple of really good clear shots of him on set where you could actually see the rubber web shooters that he had, and that's what I patterned these off of. So these are the Homecoming ones, because they do change a little bit with the different movies. But yeah, and do they actually shoot? Well, no, because they're a prop. Because, guess what? The ones in the set didn't shoot either.
Shady Dragon says, I own a copy of his first attempt of web shooters.
Yep, he's got a copy of the first attempt of the Iron Spiderweb shooters.
And then Sharp Shot Effects says, I just noticed this great subtle color gradient in the wig, which makes me wonder how many times you have been satisfied with a paint job in person only to be annoyed of how it photographs.
Not too much. Usually I'm way happier with how it photographs than how it is in person.
True, right? Because you can go around with the photograph, like avoiding certain areas that you're not as proud of in a 3D object.
Or just in general, I've got a pretty good idea on how something's going to react to the camera versus not. So generally speaking, not so much. It used to shock me all the time with doing makeup that a lot of water-based makeup over latex, you would actually have to do a castor oil sealer over latex. Otherwise, the light reflects completely differently and it looks horrible. Or it looks great in person, but it looks horrible with a flash.
Yes. It's like you're making progress. It got quiet.
I'm trying. I'm also seeing a couple things I did wrong, but whatever.
I'm telling.
You would. So the hand cut part isn't ideal, but it's doing pretty good.
Yeah, trying to match hand cut up with laser cut.
Yep, and guess what's coming up short?
Sharp Shot Effect says, that's why I love Krylon Aqua Color. It can be applied directly over latex without it needing a sealant underneath.
Okay. I swear that's what I was using in Rocky Horror was the Krylons, because I had the big Krylon makeup thing, but still, I would look at my forehead gash that I had made out of latex and you could totally see it. But it was not easy to see with the eye. But, yes. So what I ended up doing, I guess you're still prepping here to...
So Julia Turner says, hey, does spraying fixative on foam have any negative effects on it? I have styrofoam ball covered in paint model magic and dusted with soft pastels. I say it can.
It can. If you've got it really well sealed, you'll be okay. But the styrofoam balls will totally react to aerosol cans, to contact cement.
Spray paint will dissolve it.
Yeah, spray paint just dissolves it. But you've got it covered with the spackle and everything else. I ended up sealing mine, but I had painted everything else too. It sounds like if this is the person that's working the Ziggs bomb, right? Mm-hmm. So it sounds like they're at the point where they can just start sealing it, and it should be okay.
I'm done.
Magazine.
Bernie Davis says, no Proton Packs today? No, we're on a side quest.
Side quest. Sculpfun sent me their S10 laser and wanted me to talk about it and use it on stream to build a project. So we are revisiting the Spider-Man web shooters. We spent the first 2 hours of the stream playing with the laser cutter, talking about the laser cutter, and about how excited I am to have one to work with. And then I'm going to be using it again for this week's video. I'm probably going to be laser cutting a lot of stuff this summer until it's no longer a bright and shiny, new and fantastic and fun toy. I'm going to be laser cutting all the things, I'm sure. But there will come a time when, you know, the newness wears off and I just want to attack something with a knife again.
Well, we're like, all right, just getting this one out.
Yeah, exactly. Because another option is always just to... just laser etch all the lines on instead of using a Sharpie, and then you got something to cut to.
Right.
Yeah, all the different things you can do. So what I ended up doing with that was, you got it. I wrapped the back around. This one didn't match up, but whatever. Mm-hmm. With the front, the edge, I end up gluing onto the triangle. So you kind of have to pick it up and just kind of
Smoosh it and smoosh it.
smoosh it and smoosh it. And it doesn't go to the point, but that's okay.
Alright, well, it's smooshed.
Because if I had scavenged and saved some pen caps, then inside of this void we glue in a chrome pen tip.
Yeah.
But I don't have one with me, so not going to happen today. But that's okay. We're also not going to paint them, so it's not like it's the end of the world.
Yeah, working on it. Yeah.
Now, before I move on to this top decorative piece, this piece needs to go on top of the side parts. So we need to glue all the side things on, and then this part goes on, and then we glue all the pieces on.
Okay. Stephen Mills has a €5 super chat saying,
Wow, really?
You're not procrastinating, it's a side quest.
Yes.
Exactly.
Oh, apparently I forgot a line. Okay, I got to remember
That's
that.
what I call it when I come in and distract Odin.
Side quests. Yep.
Hey Odin, I have a side quest. I'm working on this weird random project.
Okay.
Yes. You can pick your friends, you can pick your nose. You cannot pick your friend's nose.
Your
but
friend's
you
side
can
quests.
pick their brain. So we have 5 minutes before we have to go.
Really?
Yeah, right?
Wow, all right.
Today just flew by, didn't it?
It did.
You know, 3 attempts or 4 attempts to cut a laser?
Yeah, there's a few. I worked my way through most of that roll of craft foam. Still have some, though.
Yeah. But we did a couple attempts of the laser cutting.
Right. Talked about laser cutting.
We set up the laser cutter. That took a minute.
That took a minute. Yeah. Well, you know.
Yeah.
I was busy upstairs getting distracted with the future laser cut project.
Yes.
I have a this one was mine. In addition to the barrels, I'll be working on some Tommy guns, but the Tommy guns won't be an immediate video because they're guns, and you know YouTube doesn't like guns. But I will shoot the video and I'll have it, so if I end up getting sick again or need an emergency video, I can just throw that one up. Am I totally bogarting the? Oh no, you're still adhering.
Yeah, I'm sticking. I'm smooshing. Julian Turner says, oddly enough, this is for a different styrofoam ball. This one is for a mini chain chomp. I used a model magic to make the skin, painted it, and then used soft pastels on it.
Okay, but you've got the model magic to cover the...
As a buffering layer between.
You'll be fine.
Yeah. The thing is you cannot directly spray paint styrofoam. It just deteriorates.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter whether it's enamel or acrylic or a sealer. It's like the propellant that's in the can is what just eats the styrofoam. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, unfortunately. Acetone does too. But someone talked about that, which it wouldn't work with EVA foam because EVA foam is stable. It won't melt with acetone. It won't melt with spray paints. But someone talked about laser cutting a cardboard template, basically a stencil. You'd lay over a styrofoam gravestone and then spray it down with spray paint or brush it down with acetone, and it'll only eat through where it's touching. Yeah, so it does a burnout and gives you all the carved in letters for a gravestone.
Nice. Engraving styrofoam.
Engraving styrofoam.
It's not a flaw, it's a feature.
That's right.
Stephen Mill says, I've been playing Witcher 3 for 4 years now.
Yep.
So many side quests.
Yep. Sounds like Skyrim. So many side quests.
Because these are all black, it reminds me of Batman.
Yeah, very much so, but...
It's not a Batman pop.
Nope, but it is very... They look a lot like Batwings. They really, really do.
Tactical bat gear.
Tactical bat gear. Oh, that's not so bad.
It's my tactical turtleneck.
Yep. I had one of those on Beyond Geek. That's what we called it, I think. Tactical turtleneck. Armored turtleneck or tactical turtleneck. One of the two.
car's angry.
Yeah, it was a bit of a rumble. It kind of sounded like it could be thunder, but I think it's more like
Somebody
something
rolling
heavy
something.
rolling something around.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody rolling something heavy around.
Okay.
I
We
got
have like
these.
2 minutes, and then we gotta get going.
All right. You got a bit of a time limit today?
Yeah, I'm back
Okay.
onto my schedule.
All right,
We had
all
a
right.
little bit of a break, and now I have the
Now you're back
to,
on schedule. All right.
Yeah.
Did I make that? Oh, man, I made that mistake.
Yeah. REH Armory says, "How about TNT prop? You can do a giant sized barrel. What about a giant turtle shell?
Yeah,
Just saying."
just saying.
Did I steal your pieces?
No, I don't think so. I think I forgot a piece. That's okay.
Oh.
These are going to get completed today anyway. Because there should be... Well, maybe not. Maybe that's all it was. And then this was just here to complete this look. So I'm seeing that there's a line that I should have made as a cut line that is actually that is not.
Oh.
Like this should be cut out.
Oh. Okay. That makes. I was.
And
thought
mine
that would
and
do.
mine does not. So, but mine are glued down now, so that's that.
Mine haven't been glued yet, but they're.
They're gonna be.
Yeah.
Sorry, infinitely distractible, and so the...
Okay, got that piece off.
Oh, good for you.
I'm gonna pass this over to you because you know how it's supposed to get glued down.
Sure.
While I cut this one.
It goes on that side.
Oh, so it's on this one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Knife cut up my face. I was nearsighted until I was crafting with Felicia.
Bernie Davis says, "I have many side guests going on at once." I'm assuming side quests.
Side guy, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it is so hard not to have ADHD nightmare. I know you guys can't see what we're doing, so, but you know, we're gluing.
I'm cutting
Yeah,
a laser cut line.
Yep.
I'm trying to make it as neat as the line was.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
So, you're lining up these lines.
No, I'm just lining up the edges.
Oh, okay.
I made the file for laser cutting. This is the first time I've actually tried to put it together. And I might have done it to where I was trying to do it in a round, but it's so thin it really doesn't matter. I don't think I did it round. I'd have to watch my video again. The whole reason I make videos is so I don't have to remember. The sad thing is how often I end up just, you know, reinventing or re-remembering what I originally did. I think the wide goes in the bottom, so it's that way, yeah.
Okay.
Now,
All right.
and then this part goes over.
I don't think we're going to get those glued today.
Okay.
Yep. We have
Just
still
does
have
that.
all the pieces.
Yeah, there's lots of pieces to glue. Well,
I will get a little bin.
get a little bit?
I'll get a little bin.
All right, we'll get a little bit. Well, unfortunately, we talked our way through the entire live stream, which is kind of the whole point, and didn't quite get a chance to finish doing the full web shooters, but it's all right. Maybe we'll get these wrapped up, the pre-show next week, and then we'll actually have finished web shooters, and we'll get back on track on doing the Proton Packs. So I hope you guys enjoyed a break for the Proton Packs a little bit. I hope it wasn't a huge disappointment. Haven't forgot about the Proton Packs. Just
Side quest.
Side quest. Just got super excited because, somebody said, hey, I want to send you a laser cutter. Will you do a live stream with it? Yeah, sure. So if Sculpfun, if you're watching, I hope you're happy with how we presented your product. I am totally happy with the Sculpfun laser. I'm going to be using it again on this. It'll be Wednesday or Thursday. I'm not sure 100% when that video will come out this week, but it'll be well before Saturday. The video last week came out on Saturday. The laser will be featured in that again because that is totally what I'm using to work on this week's prop. And right now, I've only used 2 different machines. The Sculpfun is currently my favorite machine out of the 2 that I've used.
The higher power, more burning.
The higher power, more burning, air assist. Yeah.
With the special
side air pump and.
Well, I was talking. You got the special head, laser head.
Yes, more powerful laser head, slightly larger working area. It is totally. I'm very happy to endorse that particular product because for what I want to use it for, it works beautifully.
I'm excited they packed it with a piece of fabric because I love the idea of laser cut fabrics.
Yes, we talked about that a little bit, and I think that's going to be a really fun thing to do.
Mm-hmm. So
definitely. Anything you want to address in there really quick?
No, I think people are doing pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, people are excited about the side quest, so.
Oh, good. I'm glad you enjoyed the side quest. We are at our time limit. Felicia needs to run. So I want to thank all of you very much for tuning in today. We will finish up the web shooters, the first Patreon-only portion of the live stream next week. So if you want to catch that live, you'll always be able to see it as a replay. If you want to catch that live, please check out patreon.com/Odin Makes and join at any level, and you'll be able to see the live stream early. Discord level, we'll also get to talk about it. But I know there's going to be lots of different ways. You can try and do a laser cutting, laser etching live stream with a fantastic partner. Thank you.
You're welcome.
But this is how Odin burns.
Burn all the things.
Burn all the things.
Burn it all down.
Burn it. You want to say anything else? You got anything you want to? Sorry.
No,
Okay.
just burn all the things.
Burn all the things.
It's time to go home.
I love the green because it reminds me of my grandmother's sunglasses.
Your grandma had green glasses?
Yeah, Grandma wore green glasses all the time.
My grandpa had red ones,
Oh, okay.
so.
Okay, there's the end button. Good night, everyone.